Welcome to the dojo, y'all. How's it going? Today is a very special episode. It's the Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers! How's it going, y'all? I like to start the episode off as usual, you know, by starting, asking guys how you doing, man. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm back, after missing a week. My day was pretty smooth. Got to see.
You feeling better, bro?
Yeah, I am, definitely, I thought I was going to get sick again for a little mini trip up north, but I feel good, live and loaded, so, day was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. How about yourself, Chikn? How you feeling, man?
Good. Pissed, but I'm good.
Yeah, I believe we're all a little pissed off, man. But we should get in the holiday spirit, man.
Fuck the holiday spirit.
This dojo is about community. You know what I mean? It's about just everybody coming together and discussing things and being very genuine, talking about their feelings, man. And that's what we're here for. And we encourage everyone viewing this video that you do the same. That you engage with us as we go through this trying time. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really have a lot of Christmas traditions growing up. You guys, did you guys have any Christmas?
Yeah,
I had a bunch.
I do.
I finished setting up.
Be
ready. The kid is not following. Hey, thank you, really, the kid.
Definitely. Our Christmas tradition is normally on the 24th. We'll wait till midnight. The whole Jesus birth of Christ and whatnot, and normally we have tamales, champurrado, and all that stuff.
Like how you're just gonna go and jab your family already? Yeah, tamales, but this year,
this year for some reason, it's just like, prime rib or something like that.
His face is so full of the sauce. He's like, God,
and they're like,
hey, man, I missed the tamales, man. I remember when I was younger, bro. We used to come over to your house. And
Jordan, Dante would come and like just give me like a little gift, and I'll give him something that my mom got him or something, and they'll feast on the tamales, from sugary ones like with the raisin flavored ones. You got the chicken, beef, cheese with chile. It's
straight for the chicken, bro.
I'm trying so hard to tell my grandma to do it this year. Because they want to do prime rib,
sign the letter of petition, bro. That's what we need to do.
Ham, prime rib. I'm like, dude, not ham. It's whatever to me, but prime rib. No, we Mexican. We Mexican.
Indulge in the country, man. Yeah. What about you, Chikn? What about Sue?
Pretty much the same thing, but I didn't do tamales. I just hung out with the family. They got drunk.
Sure. You lying to me,
wait till midnight? Nah, as a kid, I never got...
Oh, okay.
But what about as an adult?
Of course.
No,
really. I did once.
I mean, I got
drunk. Just because, like, the fact that I didn't get shit, because, like, I actually wanted... As one simple thing there, everybody asked me, like, what do you want? Honestly, I just want some socks, because you guys be jacking my socks, don't you hate that feeling when family members take your...
Who the fuck asks for socks,
who
bro?
Who the fuck takes your socks? Like,
it's weird and random, but, like, nah, I got lit. Well, yeah, I actually got drunk with my step-pops and, my brother-in-law. They couldn't hang, so I was just, like, drinking alone. I was like, all right, cool.
That's the first time I got drunk was Christmas. I was like 15, 13. We used to steal the champagne.
Sure,
it was champagne.
That celebration drink.
That was cool. Dude. I remember there just started spinning. I was like, this is the great. And then
everything started spinning.
The rest is history, dude.
What about you?
What about you?
Troy?
Because you don't celebrate.
Man. Like, like you guys already know, man. My parents, we were raised Jehovah's Witness, so we didn't really have that. We didn't have Christmas at all, man. Like it was forbidden. So I would have to like sneak to his house, or like if I didn't even celebrate it at all, man. I literally celebrated my first like purposeful, like on my own Christmas last year, bro. So
tight.
That was an immense experience, bro. Like it was funny. I'm gonna do something. Last year I did like an event. Like I went to a basketball game. So this year I'm gonna try and do something like
watch
simple,
Star Wars:
bro.
The Last Jedi. No, you know what we should do? We should do a Friends Christmas. That'd be tight. Not Friendsgiving, but
like Friends.
I'm
down with that.
It's Friendsgiving. It's Friendsmas.
It's Friendsmas.
We should start that. Do that every year.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. Why
That'd
not?
be pretty dope.
Hey, yeah, it'll be like we do it like a week before. Like we do stuff with the family.
Yeah, I'm down with that, bro.
Sounds like a good thing.
I mean, yeah, if you live in the LA area, come join us.
Why not? We should set up some rules.
Yeah. I mean, well, don't bring any weird shit. Like,
don't bring.
It should be like
I'm not eating. Nobody's entitled to eat the other person's food. That's
yeah. No one's entitled.
Period.
I might eat.
Unless we all
I might eat everything.
To like have an all agreement cookout or who's gonna make, and we all come in agreement to like.
Yeah.
Does everybody bring whatever the fuck you want?
I'll be the guy that brings two cases of beer. Like, this is enough. This is my part.
This is
enough.
This is my contribution.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
I'm okay. Yeah, and
I'm gonna bring
that's
food.
down because we already have something kind of established for like this. December and January, which is like a snow day trip. We went scouting, so that kind of ties into perfect, man. Like,
you're going with us this year. We went. But there was no snow.
But we caught the early stages of the weather of like how
so we're gonna
really
go
cold, rain.
Awesome sauce.
So perfect. So I don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm down. Super down.
Even if it's not in December, I know in January for
Super
sure.
Down, bro.
Hell
yeah, I'm doing that shit.
Let's do it. Yeah, dude. So it's badass. Oh, we should go to that place with the abandoned camp.
I showed my uncle that. He said you guys were insane. I was like, you sure it wasn't abandoned? Like, dude, it was abandoned. It was dope.
It wasn't haunted.
Hey, man,
it wasn't haunted, but it was dope because
man, fuck haunted, bro. I'm worried about like fucking wolves or some stupid shit.
No, about that, dude.
That's what I'm worried about.
Let me tell you.
I wanna let Chikn take this point because
so like we were driving, right?
Happened?
We were driving and we saw some like a place where you could like drive your car up. And we went, but like you can't go all the way up. It's like
just a parking zone that's a dead end. It's basically a dead end.
So you just leave your car in front, and we started walking. Like whatever, let's go. So we just let's go adventure and just walk.
Keep driving more.
So we're walking, dude, and then we're like
a knife now.
Yeah, I told these guys, what are you gonna do with the knife, jugular? Oh, Jimmer said that.
No, I said that.
No, Jimmer said, what do you do with the knife?
And then we
stab
said
jugular.
Yeah,
so forget the point, and then we started walking. And then me and Ramon hear like a howl.
Kept hearing shit, bro.
We kept hearing shit, and we're like, and Jimmer's like, he's smoking,
getting high.
Jimmer can't stay sober if you're watching
this.
And then, so me and Ramon are tripping out, and we hear stuff, and Jimmer's like, what are you guys talking about? What are you guys like? Shut the fuck up!
And then we
hear stuff,
and then Chikn wanted to go to a certain spot, and we went at an angle, and then we were going, and then like I stopped, and I looked at Chikn because I started tripping out, like, did you hear that? And he was like, yeah. So then we kept going, and then Chikn was,
I kept hearing shit, and Jimmer kept thinking like we were tripping out.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, dude, there's a fucking howl, and there's like noises, and like you hear like a guy speaking, and then it stops.
And then a whistle.
Then a whistle.
And then like
stops.
a few growls around.
And then Jimmer like doesn't hear shit, he's in his own world.
Holy fuck, for real.
And then for real. And then we're drinking our beers, like fuck, let's go back to the car, And we're just going back, and then out of nowhere you hear a bark.
Yeah, and I caught my corner of eye, and then I literally froze. Like I never froze like that because as soon as I saw the guy, he's like no, and then like the dogs were full steam running, and the guy kind of like jogged and
stopped the dog. So there was a guy with his dogs, and the dogs like legit running full force at us. He's like, stop! And he stopped. And I'm like, right, they stopped the first time. So it was twice.
Yeah, and then they hesitated.
The second time, fucking, we kept walking. We're like, oh, whatever, drinking our beers. And the dog's like, legit, full force again. Kept going, and the guy ran after them, and I don't know what the fuck he screamed.
And he's like, no, hey, stop!
Like, get
and then they
back
stopped.
Here! Like, with the fucking, with the voice. Like,
yeah, and then I think that was like, what, 50, 75 yards away from us?
That was close to us. It was like from here to probably like
your
neighbor's house. Yeah, to the entrance.
Yeah, dude.
Damn,
and we were like, oh, let's go drink in the car.
And then like on the way back, me and Chikn were like, Chicken's like, I would definitely leave you because you have a bad fucked up leg. And I was like, no, I'll push you.
Because we were almost talking shit. He's like, well, Chicken's gonna fucking do this. And I'm like, fuck you have a bad leg.
And then, I was like, that's true. Like, he probably won't make it. I definitely won't make it because of my leg. But
I was like, if they gave her a bone, they're getting more.
But yeah, this anyway. Funny, prior to like going up to the talking about the dogs, we were talking about getting mauled, like that lady getting mauled, and we could have been in that situation. Like,
damn, bro, that is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, and then from there we just went to the abandoned.
And then like. And it's crazy because I told Chikn like when we're going up to the band spot, like, hey, that's a fresh scat again. And then Chikn was like, Chikn was like, fuck it, if there's just dog, there's a dog, there's a guard dog, like whatever, like fuck it, we'll do it. Like he had a stick too, so we're cool. So like,
He had a stick, bro.
Like fucking
¡1 weapon since time.
No one had
immemorial,
anything.
man. I mean, them cavemen pick up them sticks. They all alive now. Like,
I don't know how you feel safe with me having a fucking stick.
And you never know what you get missing. And then I was like, fuck it, worst case scenario, I just jump on a tree and then this and that. And,
bro, with your
or
bum
something.
leg, though?
Fuck it, you know, I do whatever I can, you know.
I guess
do
so,
whatever I
brother.
can to.
Jesus Christ.
I guess so. That's terrifying, y'all.
Yeah,
That's
but January, dude, let's do it.
Yeah,
It's a good time to be had. And it's going to be snow, so
yeah,
can't go wrong with that.
And then we had some pretty sick views, like from Park 1 to Park 2, like driving down. We almost died again, too, in Park 1, the highway. Again, thanks to Jimmer. But aside from that, it was a dope ass.
Sound like a safe companion, yo.
It was one of those.
Look, dude, there was dry grass everywhere. And this guy is so dead. Like, dead on fucking smoking his blunt. This dry grass. There's a fire going on. I straight up told the guy, don't do it. You guys are so anti-weed, bro.
We're not anti.
There's
We
dry
never
grass
was.
everywhere. Like, one little thing could just light it like that.
Yeah, right. That shit catches
But nah,
fire.
dude, he's just fucking, he's dead. He's like super fucking dead certain that he wants to smoke that fucking joint.
And then, yeah, so we got to Park 1.
Oh, I didn't know though. We were talking about the fucking,
Yeah.
when he drifted and almost, he got high and then he wanted to drive. And he like, there's a turn and he was going so fast that the car started skidding and just, he went like this.
I literally quenched from I was like, I'm not about to die in my own car as a passenger.
not driving if I go, bro.
Yeah, no, we just...
And I told Jimmer, like, my car ain't like your car, bro. My car's a piece of shit, bro. Like, it
it's
really
just the
is.
fact he was like...
Nah, it's not even that. It's just like, who speeds in inclement weather, bro? Like,
No, it was dry roads, but still, it's just the
We
fact
went
that you were
off the
speeding.
cliff.
Yeah, the fact that it was dry, but yet he was speeding. Yeah, and then it all started off because I wanted to keep driving, but my leg was just completely shutting down on me, so that's why Jimmer drove. But then when that happened, Chikn was like, "Nah, you're done. You're driving." He stayed.
I'm driving, dude.
Like he stayed quiet. So I went up to the front. Like me and Chikn were like kind of my adrenaline kicked in. I'm like, fuck, I can't believe that happened, bro. Like so, me and Chikn just like I went to the front. Chikn got off real quick around like if he was really like pissed off. And we just started talking.
I'll drive, dude.
And then yeah, but before that,
Good times.
we walked on a piece of lake. It was dope.
Frozen water.
Yeah,
It was
frozen water.
cracked. Yeah, and it cracked and I almost fell in. But it's
Yeah, it's cool.
we'll do it next time. But
also, that remind me of that.
whatever.
movie
Just
about-
we'll have more story about that when we go to the snow in January.
Yeah.
But
Follow us on our Instagram.
on our
please.
Instagram,
And we will tell the hotel there.
yeah, everything's on
And
social
we'll
media.
give you guys a
On the
surprise
links
after
below.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll for sure give them a surprise after that.
But why was Christmas ruined for all you guys? We all have
Honestly,
something. Well, not for
bro.
you. You actually, whatever. You don't talk about it. You're like, oh, it's whatever. It's not like whatever.
I still have to say it because you did
just
acknowledge
have a
it.
really bad taste in my mouth, bro. Since Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Disney has created Christmas to be a Star Wars thing for me, and I appreciate that very much.
That's a pretty cool thing to do. It's like Star Wars and they hang out with the family.
Then Rogue One came out, and it's just like it's all Star Wars at Christmas time. Fuck you.
And then
it's dope.
Yeah, you're right. And then the Force Awakens wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was.
I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
Rogue One for me wasn't as good, but it was still good.
It was still good, man. Then
This year, we had a little Sudoku. So koala.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
If you haven't seen Star Wars, it's spoilers, so be warned.
Yeah, please.
Don't.
That is this. Please, if you haven't seen this movie, stop the video now.
Yeah, we haven't read the title. Spoilers for every Star Wars movie. If you haven't seen one Star Wars movie, the other one.
Please don't watch this because this is gonna spoil the movie for you.
So this is it. So this is what happens. So fucking Krampus gave us a little gift. A little gift, dude.
Nice.
He's like,
he sure did. He sure did.
Like, hey, dude, let me give you some shit because Donald Trump's fucking you guys up. And he laid the last Jedi on us. Oh, what a doozy!
That mess was trash. I gotta honestly say this is the worst Star Wars movie I have ever seen. Hands down. I didn't think nothing can beat Attack of the Clones. But this beat this shit by a fucking mile.
I
bro.
told him to. As soon as the movie ended, like, this is up there with Attack of the Clones. I
Yeah,
told him.
It's
Worse than Attack of the Clones.
It's not only a bad Star Wars movie, it's a bad movie in fucking general.
Bro.
And people are like, oh, it's because you're nostalgia and because you want something different, but you don't like, dude, if you give me something different, good. I want something different. I want to be surprised. You know?
Right.
I don't care, you know, like, if it's good.
And
good.
that leads to what I enjoyed that was different about the movie. The whole Luke Skywalker development. A lot of people did not like the fact that Luke Skywalker had become this crabby guy, and I thought that was a good development on him.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it. I liked that a much.
I like that Daisy and Anakin kind of thing going on. That was cool.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I mean, it was a little confusing, especially due to the fact that it's like they didn't even watch The Force Awakens when they wrote this movie. Bro, okay, let's see The Force Awakens concerning Luke. You went and found R2D2 and he was busted down. He had this little map inside him. You find the map and then Luke's like, hey, if you need to find me, I'm right here. We find him, and he's like, fuck off. Get the fuck away from me, bro.
I don't want to be part of it.
Not only that, but, like, he gets the lightsaber, and you would expect him to have some emotion. Like, oh, how'd you get that? Where did you get from?
And then he just chucks that shit.
Yeah, imagine, like, in my head, you know, because I told Ramon, like, oh, this scenario is like, imagine him, like, seeing, like, where'd you get this on the line? She tells him, she's like, okay. And then he throws it. Right. Perfect. Yeah. It would have hit. Like, all right, cool. But no, he's like, oh. It was like, come on,
like it's supposed to be some joke or something.
Like, right, exactly. Like, I was like, why'd you fucking Marvel the fucking the Star Wars?
And that's another thing too. There will be a serious thing, and they can't let it hit.
Right.
It's kind of like Justice League. They have to put something funny in it.
Right.
Like, I'm not against it being funny.
Right. But at the appropriate moment.
Exactly. Bro. And not only that, but the jokes are so shitty. Oh my god.
They're not even funny,
There's like 2 or 3 that hit, and that's it.
The iron scene, bro, it was like an iron coming down on his clothing or something like people were getting their clothes pressed. I was just like, what was the purpose of this scene? Was I supposed to chuckle?
Yeah.
Was I supposed to laugh?
It's like when you think it's a ship and it's the iron ironing his clothes.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Then it shows the General Hux. It goes to General Hux. Yeah. Oh my fucking.
Just too many shitty ass jokes, bro.
So let's discuss this movie from the beginning to the end, and then we're gonna discuss what we like.
Let's compile this together, man.
So the beginning of the movie, it starts off
the short ass intro.
Oh yeah, that's one thing
you
didn't like.
Intro.
You didn't like the crawl.
Yeah,
it was too short. It didn't explain anything.
It didn't explain enough.
It sure did.
I feel like it should have been long. It didn't explain shit on how they got there.
Even in the video games, the intro is long in previous movies. It's like,
I don't know if you guys, and like this goes back to the Force Awakens and how this movie did not tie to that movie at all, in my opinion. You know, the First Order were a remnant of the Empire, right? They were just this little, like, freaking neo-Nazi ass little group that was just like, hey, we still fuck with the Empire. And then. But there was still a republic. The republic was the dominating force. Flashback to this movie, the First Order runs everything now. And I'm just like, what? And like you said, the intro didn't explain shit. It didn't explain how they got to that point. I was expecting the explanation and all that shit, but that shit wasn't.
No, it's like, they're in space. That's like, all right.
They're hunting down on the rebels. I was like, they're still rebels.
And then like you go to them getting shot.
Right.
And then it comes to Poe.
That was the first sleazy, trying to be funny moment.
So like
with the
need to buy
prank
time.
Fall.
Yeah, bro.
And then go Poe, and he's calling him. He's like cell phone.
Trying to prank call him and stuff.
So he goes and he tells the guy, and I hated this so much. He's like, "Can you hear me?"
So cringe.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I was like, this is like middle school humor, bro.
And it's like it doesn't fit in Star Wars, but then again, like try something new at school, but it didn't work.
I was very disappointed with that. I was like, all right, bro, I get it. You know, you're trolling the guy.
And I was like,
it's cool.
Shit is cringeworthy as fuck. I'll let it slide.
Exactly.
And then the next is the fight scene. The fight scene was cool. I liked it.
Yeah,
flying through shit and destroying everybody.
Of course, you know.
And it was kind of cool seeing casualties. Like
Yeah.
Like the Asian girl thought she was gonna live when she dropped the bombs. Like she did it, and then she died. I was like,
yeah, I was like, yeah, that was pretty cool, bro. I'm not gonna lie, she died.
First scene, as well, part of that. I didn't like the fact that they kind of at that moment they made Poe like, yo, like chill back, like since she's always like going action, and then like aside from Poe trying to be Mr. Macho, Chikn pointed this out that general was badass. Like
the one driving the dreadnought.
From the dreadnought.
The big ass. You know how badass he was?
Yeah, dynamic character.
Yes. My God.
I fucking hate this new. What's his name?
General Hux.
The guy who's directing this is Ryan
Johnson.
Rian
Johnson.
I don't know why the fuck he does this, but he'll introduce a really dynamic character and then get rid of him. He'll develop a character into somebody dynamic and then get rid of him.
Dude, he was in the scene for a little bit, and like he seemed like a fucking beast. Like I know what he's doing. He's gonna fucking do this. Like attack him, do this. I'm like, oh shit, he's serious. And then you go to dipshit fucking manager of everything else. And he's fucking oh my god,
and I like shut the fuck up, bro. Just go back.
And then like when the Asian chick. Rose's sister, actually, that was the sister.
Stop pitting the table.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
he's obsessed.
When we get stands, we'll tap all the tables.
It's basically like when the dreadnought was already at his final stages, and then he just poses like
he just stands. He goes down with the ship.
Like,
he's just right there. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah, right. That was badass.
That was sick. I was like,
all right. And then you go like, it's just...
and another thing about that whole beginning scene, like Poe watches his entire squad get annihilated, bro.
He just doesn't care,
and he does not give a fuck. I expected some sort of emotional move other than a look doing it. Okay.
Yeah, because
and it flies the ship.
I like the fact that Leia said it was straight. Like you just watched half the fleet die,
right?
And you like you cared about one ship. Like that was pretty cool.
Right,
because all because he never, I guess, wins chances.
But then again, we don't know Poe. This is the first time we actually get some character from him. So I guess if he's like a hard-headed,
but that's all they portrayed him to be. He was very one-dimensional in this whole movie.
It was just
exactly.
No means this.
Exactly. Like I have to accomplish my mission. This is my way or the highway type of character.
Yeah.
There was no backstory behind it. There was no why is he
You know why they made him like that though? Just so you could argue with the new general when Princess Leia fucking goes into coma.
But that doesn't make her important. She was just a meaningless character.
We'll go to that, right?
Let's
see. So we're talking about how badass that general was, and then it cuts to the General Hux, the guy they built up from the last movie, which is just. Why introduce a character in the last movie? Make them badass. Snoke, him, Phasma, and just fucking ruin him in this one. Completely ruin him.
Hux
wasn't that bad in the last movie.
He was bad, but he actually in a way he downgraded. Like he actually knew his role, but then in this one it's just like.
I feel like they gave him too much responsibility and too much of a. He's a sniveling little rat bastard of a character.
Well, that's now because I feel like in the last movie he would have been that general in the Dreadnought. He would have gone down with the shit.
Yeah,
but
you're expecting character development from a movie that, like, once again, skipped from the First Order being like this to ruling the galaxy.
Well, that's the movie beginning, not knowing,
Okay, so, but. I don't know. I think he in the Force Awakens he was a freaking he was a minor character.
Yeah.
So him acting like a punk bitch was expected. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I felt like it was kind of him. I felt like that was who they needed.
Didn't he kind of took over at times when Kylo Ren fucked up in Force Awakens, and that's
But the thing is, like, I was okay with him being a punk bitch when Snoke was there. When Snoke is like, all right, he's the fucking badass. I need a punk bitch to punk.
Yeah,
kind of like in what's his name? Sidious? What's his name?
Darth Sidious.
Palpatine.
Darth Sidious.
Yeah, when it was cool because he had Vader to be a little bitch.
And, So but the thing about that, and we can get into that when we hit Snoke, bro, because I really want to go in on Snoke.
All right, so we go to that. It just the jokes are not landing. They make Poe seem like an ignorant fuckhead. Right. Princess Leia's cool. Princess Leia's Princess Leia.
It's
okay,
Princess
cool.
Leia, bro.
Keep your level-headed shit, And we keep going. What happens next?
General Hux goes see Snoke after what happened with the whole Dreadnought moment.
Oh yeah, they go in there,
and that's when he said General Hux was like,
Not only that, but for me, like I expect to see the hologram of Snoke, and he's just sitting in his chair, like
yeah.
Like, okay.
Wait, the hologram when he's like, it's just his face. Right?
Yeah, that's what I expected to see. But he's just sitting down, and they both walk up to him, like that's the thing about this movie. It's the least climactic Star Wars I've seen.
Right.
I have like
they build up these moments and then just drop them, bro.
I told Ramon, like, dude, like I thought when the movie ended, I just had so many visions in my head, but like.
Yeah, and then I guess because like when General Hux, he was trying to make a nice thing, and then he was brought down and made a fool. That was when Snoke used a force through the hologram, and
that's
before.
Okay,
Bro,
that was
before.
I thought after.
That was the
badass
thing I have ever seen.
That was
who fucking like this dude's like, light years away, man. That's not even his ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not even his fucking ship. And he is moving motherfuckers, bro.
He's choking him, dragging him.
He chokes him, drops him to the ground, and drags his ass. And it's just like, that's a powerful motherfucker, bro.
Yeah. So you feel like he's strong.
And at the end of the movie, with Luke does his
no, we're not there.
We're not there. Stop.
But he does his thing, but that took so much out of him. Yet Snoke is out here dragging people around. And it's just like... That was a badass moment.
Lords. But we won't get to that point. And then after that, I guess they did like a quick switch scene to Rey going with Luke, I believe.
Oh, right? That's what she gave. So they did like
it was like a back and forth kind of thing with the space and Rey being at the island with Luke.
Yeah, so they go to the scene from The Force Awakens when she gives him the lightsaber.
Right. Which apparently takes place thousands of years because it takes that long for a fucking Republic regime change.
Okay.
But fuck it.
This scene.
We went back and forth about this whole moment with Luke and
fucking scene.
Yes,
Luke gets a lightsaber that was his dad's, right?
Yeah, right.
It was his dad's. It's been lost for ages, like what, 30 years since the last,
right?
Since 30 years since, and he just sees it, looks at her, and throws it.
Like with no feeling, bro. Like
you don't know who this
you didn't have to watch your dad die. Like,
and
like
even,
it's like not only like you don't know who this girl is. She brings you the lightsaber, and you don't give one fuck. Like you're supposed to at least care a bit, or at least show some kind of emotion.
Because it was handed
down.
down.
And there goes another shitty joke. That's like a tally number 2. Where they just
it was just like, oh man, this will be funny if everybody thinks some big moment's gonna come, but he just chucks the lightsaber because that's kind of fun.
That's like
I know. I thought he was gonna like light it up and like some. Crazy
no,
I don't know. I'm being open right now.
I expect him to be moved by it, bro.
Exactly. But then, have something like.
Because think about it, like from Obi-Wan handing down,
or at least ask her who she is, just for bringing him.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with just expectations. You know, just expecting what the movie should be. It's just overall. It's just character development.
Exactly.
Character development is about consistency. If this character was moved by his father at one point, seeing that object that reminded him of his dad would do the same thing because that's just character development.
And not only that, you know that there's that period between obviously, I think the last when from Force Awakens to I think the Empire Strikes Back. I'm assuming now. When I talked about that lady that came up about the sword, the first in Force Awakens, you know how the lady goes down there? Yes. And that's when Rey got the sword. I think that kind of, you should, back to what you guys were saying, he should have asked her about, like,
what the fuck was up with her cameo?
True.
I felt like that was completely unneeded. Don't even get me started on the Casino Planet, which was a complete
fucking God,
Disney did what it usually does, but let's get there, bro. Let's get there. One scene at a
I feel like there's gonna be like a part where we just give up and we just shit talk on everything. But
let's try to keep
move on.
Sort of,
and then
so cheesy, and he's like, get away from me, blah blah blah, whatever. Grumpy Anakin, that's cool. I get it.
Back to the space.
He went far from the Force as ever because he kind of saw that he rather have balance and.
Yeah, then fucking try to do some shit that he knows he can fucking do. Anyway.
So they go back to space battle. I think
she's over here begging this cat to fucking
like legit notes.
Fucking
another fucking one.
Yeah, right when that happens, she kind of like begs him to dip, and he like shuts the door
on her
fucking face. And
it's stupid humor.
He's like
dumb. Exactly.
No. Okay.
That was
like,
that
was that supposed to get us to be like, oh haha, and then, like, you know, like,
right.
But I guess like I'm kind of okay with it because I can see like where like they're trying to go for the kids. There wasn't that much of a serious scene. I don't know. Just
but you're only saying that because that's all they gave you, bro. Like that's literally all they gave you is this shitty attempt at humor, bro. And I fucking hated it, bro. Yeah. It was a bad. They replaced they had a really good moment for a character development between Ray and Luke. This would have been something that would have established, because I know in this following movie there's going to be some sort of master student training thing that's going to go between Ray and Luke, and I know that's going to happen, but you have no basis besides the couple of scenes. That scene would have been really powerful if they would have just not joked about it and took it serious.
Exactly. That's another thing I've been saying is like they don't know how to take scenes serious and leave the comedy out.
I don't know if Disney's like, yo, try to make this shit as funny as fuck, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, no. It's not. It's not what you have to do, bro. Like, just fucking do Star Wars. You know what I mean?
And
be creative, but do Star Wars.
And that's the thing that was like, people complain like, oh, well, the future. Like, you don't know what the fucking next movie is. You got to work with what you got and what's in front of you. Like, oh, well, you don't know that Snoke is doing this in the future. Like, no, the script's not even written.
Right, bro. They haven't even filmed that shit. The filming don't start till next summer, next year. Bro.
Yeah, and it's like you have to work with what you got. Like,
and
like,
what they got right now is shit.
It's like God, like the best part is the shit part we're talking shit about Luke and Ray, that bond they have. It's like that's one of the best plots in the movie, and it's not even that great.
Right, and there's one other plot that I actually enjoyed, but
oh, you're talking about Finn and the Asian girl?
No.
I'm so mad about that. I've been told Chikn.
Are we gonna keep going?
No, so after that they went back to space, I believe, because of they're trying to get away from the because they want a hyperspace, but they can't because of the.
This is what pissed me off the most. The director got influenced by Battlestar Galactica, and he put the time. So basically, the reason they could trace them is when they found out they were getting traced by the light year. What's it called?
Yeah,
hyperspace.
By hyperspace.
So they traced them by hyperspace, right?
Yeah.
He got that from Battlestar Galactica. All right, so that's why it kind of didn't feel like the place, and also the mutiny in the deck thing he got from Battlestar Galactica. So Star Wars is basically the influencer of so many like sci-fi films, and now it's just pickpocketing out of other like sci-fi things.
Right. It doesn't have to do this though.
And it doesn't feel it didn't feel like Star Wars to me. Like, and it sucks.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the chase scene. Let's not act like Empire Strikes Back wasn't a fucking chase movie.
Yeah, but at least it was interesting and felt, like this feels like Mad Max. Like
fucking, I get it. Because I mean, the chase scene with Empire Strikes Back, you know, they went from one planet to another, went to a worm's mouth.
Exactly.
There was just a bunch of space. There was just a bunch of changes in setting and scenery, and it created a very, very vivid world.
Yeah, but where did they go in here?
This is why I have a problem with the chase scene. Now, this whole entire movie is a fucking chase, but they go nowhere. They saved so much money on sets this movie because they literally did half their scenes in the same fucking spot, and it fucking irritates me.
And then it's like. What planet was discovered? What planet did they go to?
Besides the bullshit casino.
Space, casino, the Luke.
Crate. Crate.
Oh, the fucking... the last part with the standoff?
The mine planet, Crate.
Yeah, that's it. 4 places. And not even that. They weren't even that good to look at, except Luke's.
But they didn't even explore that whole entire planet.
But technically speaking, you can't say they discovered Luke's planet because it's already given.
The island. But that was like the most visually stunning thing.
True.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Crate, when I saw the casino place, I was like, oh, they went to that place in the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. And then I was like, oh, okay. And
yeah, then you find out it's not really there, but okay.
So then that happens. So they're still chasing because Kylo Ren. He said, here's the thing that I didn't understand when Snoke met Hux and Kylo. Or when after the meeting, Kylo says, "Get my ship ready." So then I assume that Kylo's gonna have his own Sith fleet, but instead he brings Snoke's along the fleet.
Yeah.
So then that's when the battle goes into Kylo.
And that was fucking retarded. Kylo was trying to Snoke personally coming out to come handle a minuscule fleet, bro. You know what I mean? Just a little fucking. And I was just like, I get it. You guys want to introduce him, you know, want to make him powerful. But it was so anticlimactic.
He's just sitting there, and then you go, and then fucking emo ass Kylo Ren goes in and
gets mad because he gets offended by not being another Darth Vader, and then that's when he makes that.
Snoke shoots on him.
Yeah,
he roasts his shit. This was the most like fucking destructive Force move in the whole movie, in my opinion. I mean, he totally roasted the shit out of fucking Kylo Ren. Called him a baby, called him a child. You just pretending. He hurt his feelings so bad, bro. I was worse than any electric shock that nigga received. I swear to God, like, that was beautiful, man. I was like, man, it made me like Snoke even more. The fact that you were able to be brutally honest with your apprentice like that.
Being a badass. He was just
being a badass.
They built him up
he was being Sith, bro, and that's what it was about. Like he was just being like, look, I don't give a fuck.
You know what would have been better if instead of showing him, they would have done the hologram again, and then again just fucking doof doof doof.
Yeah, like, right. Oh. That would have been fucking. You would have been like, oh man, I can't wait to meet this motherfucker.
And then when you see him, it's just like no. But then again, when you see him and he kills him, it's like, oh, imagine,
bro.
But
aside from, and then so that's when Kylo made that move to follow the minuscule Republic fleet, and then tries to end it. And he couldn't do it.
He couldn't fucking mom.
He's conflicted.
I get that.
He wants to be dark but light, but then
and
that's
whatever. That's not that part wasn't bad. That's his personal stuff.
Exactly, and I didn't.
But let's get to the Leia part.
The part that fucking
in that scene.
Wait. Can I say something about that Kylo Ren can't kill his mom thing? One, he killed his pops. 2, bro, you gotta develop a character. You know what I mean? A character cannot have the same fucking struggles. I felt like y'all brought this struggle back again. I enjoyed the first struggle in the first one, but it seems like he hadn't changed much. He was still wavering back and forth. I thought this scene was dynamic when they actually, you know, I guess his like little lackeys or whatever blew up the cockpit where Leia was at, and then he didn't feel anything and he flew off, and I was like, oh, finally, he's finally accepting his role.
Let's talk about that time.
And then
you're already hitting. That's
we already expected. We all, when we saw that scene, expected her to die.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be.
If she would have died, I would have been pissed the fuck off because that's a shitty way to kill her off. That's a stupid fucking reason to kill her off. So quick in the movie.
It's true that, bro, but I was.
It wouldn't hit. It wouldn't have hit. It still didn't hit when she fucking used the fucking Force to put a mask on her and go back into shit.
Maybe to the non-fans it would have hit it, but not.
The whole movie is for fucking casuals. The people that like just like. But that's the thing, though. It's like.
I don't even think it was for casuals. I would, like you said before, the movie was a bad movie. Yeah. Period. Like, fundamentally, it was a bad movie. Yeah. I felt that was. It's like I mean, like, okay, yeah, go ahead, man. Just
but just the fact, the part that pissed me off is that bullshit ass scene, and then you see her doing that. But the fact that they killed General Akbar, just
both of them, because they're in the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They killed General, and like he's been with the movies since the beginning, and like you're just gonna kill him off in the shittiest way. Imagine if he would have done what the other dumbass general would have done. The one they introduced. The one
that's not even fucking important.
Imagine if he would have been like.
Imagine that would have been him.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine him being like, that's exactly what the movie ended. I told him.
And then I kept thinking about, I was like,
imagine if it would have been like.
That would have been a lot more powerful, bro.
Exactly. And it would have been a great send off. It would have been like, you guys served me well. Oh, I served you well, whatever, blah, blah, whatever. Good speech. And then he looks, and then he just goes, doof.
Right.
And then that scene was badass when he just started destroying. Right. But imagine him doing it. I would have cried.
Yeah, right. That would have been a powerful scene, but they had to just fucking kill. It seemed like Ryan or whatever. He didn't understand like I said, like how powerful his characters were. He didn't know who he was playing with.
He didn't know. Yeah,
he didn't. He had a bunch of aces, bro. Had a bunch of kings and queens, but he did not know what the fuck to do with them. He just was like,
fold.
Exactly. He just folded. Like he just like I think.
Yeah, that would hurt. And just imagine how much more powerful. And I just hated the fact that he went out like a punk bitch.
Right. Like he went out on damn near unnoticed, bro. I didn't notice he was dead until I was just like till I met the new general. I was like, what the fuck? What happened to Akbar? Yeah. And I was just like, oh hell no! Like
throughout the whole movies, you know him,
right?
He's an established character, so you're gonna feel for him.
Right.
I'm not gonna care for this dumb bitch.
Yeah, I know. Like, bro, like who the fuck's idea was her, bro? Like that was not even like, bro, just. She was a bad character. She came out of nowhere. She was useless. She didn't. She got these people's survival in her hands, and she's like, "I'm not gonna tell y'all the plan."
And that's
imagine,
what really pissed
imagine
me
this. Imagine if she just told Poe, "Our plan is to get in the pods and escape." None of that shit would happen. None of the mutiny. None of that other shit. That hassle would have just.
Even if they wanted to continue the mutiny and stuff, she could have just said, "My plan is to survive this here. I'm trying to get us somewhere. We got it." You could have kept it mysterious or something.
But kind of just told other people.
Tell them something at least.
Yeah.
Don't just fuck. She literally gave this dude this silent treatment at one point.
She's like a coward. She's like, I felt like she was a traitor at a certain point. And
I thought she was doing
kind of cool.
Yeah. Right. I thought they were doing something different. But no, she's just stupid.
No.
She's just fucking stupid.
She's just stupid. Imagine, that's another thing I wrote down because the fucking Poe and that chick feud for what fucking, yeah. Imagine if she would have just told them. Because like when Princess Leia told him the plan, he was like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Imagine if she would have just told him, like, hey, this is the plan.
That whole, I mean, I get like, see, I think what they tried to do was create a development moment for Poe, but it wasn't a development moment at all.
It wasn't.
It wasn't dynamic enough. He was still. He fucked up. He fucked up. He blew up. He killed damn near all his fleet. He came back and nothing fucking happened. He didn't cry about it. They both leaders were like. Both leaders were like, "Oh man, you're a gun crazy guy.
I'm gonna demote
It's all good though." Yeah, and like they didn't do nothing to him.
Holding their head
like nobody, exactly.
He's a badass. Like
yeah, exactly. And then he didn't learn from the situation. So there was no development situation. Even when he went through with the oh man, I got to do a mutiny now. Even when he went through with that, and it failed.
And it failed horribly.
He still did not change. God. He was still the same character. I was like, it's like he didn't understand. Exactly. It's like Ryan, whatever. He did not understand. Like there was no development with this character.
There was no consequences for him.
Exactly. And if your point for introducing this new general was for Danvers to get more development. You fucking failed. I'm sorry, but there was no like we would like to do their relationship, do Poe and the chick relationship. I would have liked to learn why Poe is such a trigger happy motherfucker.
Yeah,
I would have liked that to be an exposed while they were talking.
Like I'd have been cool, like, oh, you're new, I don't like you, or something like that. Right. Like just something different. But like it's just
man, I got betrayed one time, and I freaking hate the First Order, and that would have been something nice for him, give him a drive or something like that.
There's no reason for that. For that hate, there's no reason.
None.
And then she's like, at the end, she's like, I like him. I'm like, bitch, why don't you just tell him to?
Yeah. Not even that. Like
even get me started on that shit.
Even when Poe got demoted, Poe was like, no.
He got demoted, and like just fucking. It was cool
he
again.
He was like, no.
He
was like, is that General Holdo? I expected more of him. So from that point, it was just like, damn.
He didn't go anywhere. He stayed here, and he just went
there.
No,
but I'm saying even when he acknowledged the fact that. He said, I should have expected something more. Like,
and the guy,
more of a guy than a girl,
basically.
The
guy they met on the fucking casino planet was more of a dynamic character than Poe was in this movie.
Don't fucking bring up Benicio del Toro, dude.
Okay, so before that,
hurt.
Who?
Benicio del Toro is the hacker.
Yeah.
That one hurt me because I love that guy. He's a fucking phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Before that part.
Why? Why was he? Why?
I understand why his character was. It was a fuck ass character, bro. But to me, his character was dynamic, bro. It brought this whole lesson of fucking shit. Like the world is. Yeah, I know, but the world is a dangerous ass place, and man. Like you don't have to like. No matter who you trust, there's nobody on your side. You know, good or bad. You know, you're always against everyone. So he's like, it's all about your personal survival. Yeah. To me, if he had more screen time, he would have been in the short screen time he was much more of a dynamic and memorable character to me than fucking Poe Danvers, and he's a main character, bro.
That's the thing, though. It's like that's another thing I hate about the movie and that casino scene. It's because I love Finn. Finn is a fucking charismatic character.
Before the casino, Finn
is such a charismatic character. You like Finn, dude. He's
badass in a way.
And like,
he faced his fears and got out of the stormtrooper thing.
Yeah, like he's a fucking good character.
They developed him with the whole entire I got kidnapped as a kid and stuff. Like
it was badass. And then this movie's just gonna fucking shit and throw his fucking character to the fucking. Just I don't know. It's like throwing shit out of wall and see if it sticks.
He was trying to escape, and then he gets taken down by
like his whole
like the Asian girl. I didn't mind the Asian girl. People say
I did. Only in one scene though. I did.
I just think like okay,
two maybe.
Just to comment on Finn. In Force Awakens, you know, he was this bitch made nigga. He just was like, I don't wanna fight no more. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do more. I don't want to. And then by the end of the movie, he developed into this hardened hero. Yeah, that's like, it. He developed into this hero, and who picked up a lightsaber and not even lightsaber trained, and decided to just fight a fucking Sith apprentice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he went at somebody with force capabilities.
What's up, JJ 7743688?
Yeah, man. What's up, Jay?
But yeah, dude, it's like they built him up so cool. Like at first he was a little pussy, then he became like a good guy that wants to fight for the better good. So it's like, all right, you don't want to fight for bad, you want to fight for good.
Right. And this one is just he finds something to fight for, and then all of a sudden, he wakes up and he's just like,
in a weird ass suit.
I got tubes. And then they made a little jokey moment. Then it was like, oh, bro, I gotta go find Rey. I gotta get out of here. Like here you are in this situation where you can be this hero that you claim that you are, bro. Just want to fight for, and then. I gotta run away from it. I gotta go find Rey. Fuck all that shit. It doesn't even matter. So it makes your previous character in Force Awakens seem like his development was not for himself. His heroism was not because he believed it, but it was for pussy. Yeah, he was just doing it because he liked the girl, and he was like, man, I like Rey. I want to do this shit. And I was just like,
and then when he was escaping. He meets Rose, and then they were trying to.
I like that. It was a pretty alright scene. Like, she caught him and she stunned him. Like, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, that's it was a nice way to introduce. It was a nice way to introduce.
That's where like the comedy in the movie did it right. That's why I feel like it was cool. It didn't feel like out of place. I mean, it was cheesy.
Know, man. I thought it was still kind of cheesy, bro. Cause like
but I mean, like, it was better than the other scenes. You know?
I mean, it was better than the other scenes, but still, like, it was just like
we're not there.
I accepted it. I accepted it because Rose was a new character.
True. You don't know anything about her.
I don't know nothing about this character.
Besides that she had her sister and died.
Yeah, that's all you know. Like, and then her and her sister, they loved Finn.
And I think she was. In a way, like I feel like Rose, once they plot what they're gonna do with the little side story mission, that's what it really was. We kind of, in a way, knew what Rose came from, because like when she had that little like kind of try to be like serious moment, where she came from because of the kids and the animals and that racetrack.
Yeah,
I feel like she was one of those kind of kids, because she reflected so bad on that.
They made it seem like she was. She's like, oh,
yeah, they made it seem like she was. Like, I mean, I don't know. She said she related to the kids, so therefore I'm assuming she was at one point
like a slave. Yeah,
you know, both her and her sister were.
That's not bad. That's a good.
That's a good look. But that's the thing though. Like, okay, you take us to this whole other. Okay, you first of all, you know, with the whole, you know, he gets tased and. Oh man, we got to figure out a way to stay outside the fucking cannon. Oh my god, that shit was stupid. Stay outside the fucking range of the cannons this entire time. We can burn gas. Or we gotta find some. Then they introduced the character from the last one, Nyombo's character, the
yeah.
They introduce her in fighting. She's like fighting something, and she's just like, oh, I only know one guy that can crack your code. And I was just like...
The Red Notice. Okay. And then you see the guy with the Red Notice in the scene, and he looks like a fucking dickhead. Like a piece of shit. Even the wife,
his wife was like, don't we know those people? And then he's been a dick and didn't acknowledge anything.
They made him, once again, Ryan just building up a character and just falling it flat. He throws it. I fold every time. Every fucking time. He has this lady in the middle of battle. She's like, oh man, you guys gotta find them with the Red Lotus. And she flies off. And it's just like, okay, what the fuck was going on there? They don't even explain what the fuck she's doing. I'm assuming she's fighting other people. Like, they didn't even...
At her bar or whatever.
Yeah. I know, like, she could be in a bar fight. They have so many things that I could just be guessing what the fuck she's doing. I was like, bro, there was a better way to deliver that information, bro. Like...
Exactly. And then,
They tell Poe about it, and the dude's demoted as fuck, but still...
Listening to any idea.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that happens. Enlist the help of Leia's... Well,
daughter,
but not literally. I mean, not really.
Billy Lord's character.
Yeah, like,
that chick, the assistant to
Poe Dameron. Carrie's daughter.
Carrie's daughter. That she's like a guide or map guide or one of
the blonde lady with the loopies. You don't remember? She helped him, bro. She was in the
okay, so you know when Poe's in the mutiny, and then it was him,
fuck it, man.
And then that chick to the left next to Poe.
Just fuck it.
Man. Okay, yeah, okay, whatever, yeah.
Her.
That's how you know she's not even a memorable character.
Thank you. Fucking. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so she goes. They fucking go to this fucking planet, bro, and
this fucking.
Well, before that,
the Jar Jar Binks.
A useless side mission.
This was worse than Jar Jar Binks to me, bro, because it was like, you brought us to this casino planet, you know, you pretty much took us to a giant Mos Eisley, bro, like the club.
Yeah.
Like, you took us to a pretty much a planet of that, you know, and...
It's just so ugly.
And it was just so terrible.
That
whole scene.
Creature that was trying to get money.
I like.
You liked it?
It was funny at one point.
Like,
I heard this guy chuckling, and I'm just like face palming Dora throughout the whole movie.
Right, bro. Like, the
scene where he got a gang of money. I thought it was kind of hilarious. All right, I admit that.
The dude.
That's another.
Fuck. And the dude. Okay, we gotta find the guy. We gotta find it. They burn all this movie time, bro. Not even they develop Rose a little bit more, which I liked. I like the fact that they developed Rose a bit more. She's like, man, those sons of bitches, You know, like, these are the people that, you know, like, that are running, like, you know, the corrupt individuals that are running this war. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like that whole dynamic. That was like the first time in the entire movie I felt like the First Order saturated the galaxy. Before, I was like, what the fuck? Like I said, First Order corner, now galaxy. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but that scene was the first time I felt like, oh shit, like they actually are running shit.
Yeah.
Out here, you know,
they're everywhere and just fucking crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
and you keep going, and then you see that little fucking frog put monies into BB-8.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, cool, that's for a second, but he keeps doing it. It's like, stop.
Right. That's true. That was whatever little chuckle scene. I mean,
with BB-8.
It was, yeah, exactly. It was one of those.
Just because you liked it, you're defending this. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't. Not that specific.
It was a crappy humor scene, bro.
It's fucking shit. I can see why the movie's 3 hours. Of all the shit jokes, you throw all the shit jokes, you probably get a decent movie.
Right. Yeah.
And then you keep going, and then they get caught, right?
Yeah.
Somehow they get caught. Then you get thrown in jail.
Because they're fucking trying to find the dude with the. They finally find the guy. The guy's a fucking asshole.
The asshat.
He doesn't even want to talk to him. And it's like, bro, you develop this hacker character like he's just like this amazing guy.
And he just looks like a piece of shit.
He's just a normal dude. He's just a motherfucker in a 3-piece with a fucking stupid ass brooch on.
Not an alien.
He's not an alien. He's not interesting. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
He's just a normal guy. And then he doesn't even get lines, bro.
Oh, he just says, his wife gets more lines.
His wife said like 2-3 lines.
Like, that was it. I was like,
you're gonna ruin my luck or some shit like that.
That's it. It's like, yeah.
And then they get thrown in jail, and it's just like back to Luke and Ray. It's like,
But then like they show Benicio del Toro, and then like you think like, oh, he probably lost the money, gave the guy the jacket because he owed money. Like, oh, this is it.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. He's just a guy. He's just another guy that knows how to do it. Just, it's so lucky that you run into another guy in fucking prison that knows how to do what you need to do.
Hack just to fucking.
And I was just like, what the fuck? And then they switch back to Luke and Ray.
And then they had a moment of another trying to be all funny and cute and serious kind of thing with the fucking annoying animals. With Chewie.
The little fucking birds, bro.
The birds are just there to sell toys.
Thank you.
That's it.
That's it. They just introduced more merchandise.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just
and
like...
people are like, that's the cutest thing ever. I'm like, it's cute. But what's the point?
What's the point of the fucking shit?
Like, just making more money.
Chewie killed one to eat and then like... You see 3 different...
Oh, they're so fucked up. Oh, you're gonna kill it. Like, bro, like, motherfuckers, y'all know.
He already killed the bird to eat it.
Yeah, he killed it already, bro.
Bird, bro.
Right, like, shit was not even funny, bro. I was just like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, just get to the point, bro. Like,
I got a quick, like, laugh at the first one, but when it did it 2-3 times, I'm like, all right, just eat the thing already. Like, just get it over.
They went
to the scene where he's holding the chicken and things like, oh, don't do it. At that point, they should have cut it. Then they went back and forth.
Oh, when he was flying?
Look at the reaction.
That's when they're flying, right? The director is that guy who just makes shitty jokes and wants you to laugh, or like you're waiting for a laugh. He's like, why did chicken cross the road? And he's like, and just waiting for you to laugh. You're like, nah, dude, it's not funny. So he's waiting for you to laugh. He wants to make you laugh.
Yeah. More than he wants to make a fucking story, apparently, bro. Like, and then so back to Luke and Ray, okay? So Ray's over here.
Oh, they're still going back and forth.
Yeah, they're going back and forth.
Ray's trying to convince Luke to fucking train her. Well, no. Initially,
he tried to persuade him to the reason why
to help. She's just trying to say help. Oh, we need help. We just need help.
And explains it.
Oh, and then Luke says, "I'm not gonna fight a fucking army. I'm not going to do that."
Yeah. You think I am?
Yeah, exactly.
You think I can fight an army?
You're fucking Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? You know, but fuck it. You know, like
he's a legend.
You know, I like the fact that he was getting crushed by his legend status. You know, that was a strong character development point.
And fuck it up by having a funny scene.
Exactly.
Which he kind of didn't like even after the movie. Like,
exactly.
He made that point that he didn't like that point of view of
that him being a legend. It's cool. You see what I mean? That's the best.
That was a strong development point. Every point that was good about this movie was a point where a character was developed, and the rest of I don't think like he understood that like your character development is where all your progress is gonna come from in a movie. Ryan didn't understand that shit. So anyway,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah, comments said fags and fuck Ramon. But yeah, like he doesn't understand shit. What other movies has he made?
I don't even fucking know. I don't care.
Whatever. But yeah, like so that happened, and then like isn't that the first time she like sees Kylo and then like in a vision thing? So that's pretty.
So I like that because it was a development point.
Yeah,
their relationship got deeper, and I was just like, oh hell yeah, how are they gonna play with this?
And then you see them like kind of going to the dark. You kind of see them both shifting. You're like, whoa,
wow. Right? And you think for a second, maybe they might just switch they might just throw us all on our asses and say and give Rey to the dark side and give Kylo to the good, because Kylo's clearly struggling being a bad guy. But Rey as she continues her first training lesson, is so very willingly to walk in the dark side. She doesn't even stop or hesitate. So it gives you this whole entire once again, this Ryan dude builds up this
what would have been
climax.
What I was thinking was gonna happen is
possibilities.
What's gonna be so much better and more badass is imagine if Kylo Ren actually turned to the good side,
right?
And he fights Snoke, or like they save that to the next movie. But you know how much more impactful it would have been instead of him killing him and him becoming like the master,
right?
Sith. It's like why like Snoke is such a powerful character. You're gonna let this little bitch motherfucker who can't do shit.
Bro, let's give me time. When I get there, I'm going to erupt because that's my number one issue with this movie.
Oh, you must have knocked him in the middle real quick. Life is unfair.
But for real, like, so as they're going through their back and forth, whatever. And eventually, she convinces Luke, or no, rather, doesn't Yoda convince?
No, I think Luke was afraid of her true potential because of her easily going to the dark. Because
what happened to Kylo.
Yeah, and that too.
Which is another fucking point that pissed me off. It's like, if he saw the visions of Kylo Ren, like, becoming bad, why didn't he be like, hey, Leia, hey, like, Harrison Ford, hey, Han, this guy has signs of, like, you know, going to the dark side. Let's fucking help him out. Instead of,
exactly.
No way.
But I like that. I like that part. I like that part of Luke because one, it showed Luke, because look. Luke knows how to win a war. Clearly.
Not in this movie.
Yeah. A New Hope. You know, all the original trilogy.
Of course.
He knows how to win a war. Luke knows how to fight. But everybody has strengths and weaknesses. But does he know how to teach? And this gave Luke a whole new type of battle to approach. Now he has to pass on knowledge. This is a whole different type of, you know, a great warrior can be a great warrior, but can a great warrior raise up another one? That's a struggle right there, you know. And one person may be talented with the Force, may be good with a lightsaber, and you know, can practice all the Jedi teachings, but can he teach somebody else to do the same? I like that whole struggle. I had no issue with it.
I like it.
Yeah, I understand. A lot of people didn't like it because they felt it was like out of character for Luke. But I felt like it was, development-wise, it was a nice development for Luke.
Because didn't he try to say why he couldn't lead or something like that, afraid of failing, of teaching? Yeah. Because even before Luke explaining that to Rey, you know how like what you're saying that he found out he was being bad. You also have the two perspectives.
But why couldn't he tell Leia or Han? Why did he?
But I think Leia knew because of the Force explosion, but that was to the end.
He had the vision before he was creeping up on his little fucking the nephew.
That's true.
So
I felt like that was a little cold, but still, I felt
don't you think Leia also knows because of the Force as well? But then she didn't.
But her Force is not as strong as Luke.
Yeah. But then again, didn't.
Think about it.
It's not. But like, even though she is strong with the Force, it's once again, you're right.
To a certain extent.
Strong. But the thing is that I felt like when Luke walked up with the lightsaber, it was a true testament to how he failed at a different challenge. This is a new challenge. You're not fighting no Sith no more. You're not at war no more. You're in peacetime and you're trying to teach. This is your new challenge. He gets a Force vision, and like a Skywalker before him, he overreacts it. He overreacts it. That's what I like. It was a homage to Anakin. Anakin saw his wife die, and he just fucking overreacted and fucking became Darth fucking Vader. It completely. I liked how they tied that back to Anakin. Luke had a vision,
killed his dad,
and then he was just like,
and then kill his nephew.
Yeah, like
Then he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta fucking react," and he reacts in an attempt to stop something, just like his dad.
I felt like they busted like
and
when
he failed. And I like it wasn't, you know, obviously, you know, it was as bad. You know, he did end up creating another Sith, but still, you know, like,
he could have prevented it. This thing, you know, I don't.
Yeah, I know, but so could have Anakin Skywalker, but then we wouldn't have Darth Vader. You know, but that's why I'm saying, like, I liked this character development. It was cool with me. But I understand.
And also, I did judge.
There's just no reason.
I told Chikn that, you know, while we were discussing after the theater, that they did like literally a Anakin scene where he just slaughters Kylo slaughters the camp and all that. They kind of did a little like.
He killed all the Jedi.
Yeah.
So fucking Luke fucked it up. He had another Jedi that he was training just because one guy hit everybody.
Like I said,
but the only difference
is a homage to Anakin.
The homage to Anakin is that Anakin killed kids, and then
fuck Anakin,
and then Luke
he's established as his own character.
Yes, and then like
I know, but
he's the reason he didn't join his dad in the other movies.
Obviously, Ryan in this
doesn't understand what he has.
Once again, I'm not disagreeing with you. He does not, but he's making bloodline, Force, and personality attributes a thing. He's making it seem like through the bloodline. That's not how the Force works. The Force doesn't work oh, if you have a dark bloodline, it's going to fucking leak over to you. That's not how it works.
You have metachlorians.
You know, we
don't talk about that.
Oh, sorry. I want to get into it. Yeah, I was going to get into it.
We don't make metachlorians. Lucas fuck up.
But yeah, like, well, let's just focus. Let's just focus on that shit, like, bro, like. But he makes it in this Star Wars series. He makes it to where that's a reality. Like your bloodline is something, and he builds on it in Force Awakens, and then he kills that. He kills that at the end of with the random ass kids, and even Rey's descendants. He builds that little bloodline thing, and then fucking kills it. He does the same thing. Yeah. He does it again. So
I feel like that's directed at me.
So like,
so we got comments. It says, "Thank ITV Angie." It says, "Ruby Wine says, sub bitches, you guys ruining Star Wars for people." Read the fucking title. It says spoilers. Title, you son of a bitch. Spoilers, and then Koala said, "Go drink Modelo, Ramon." Angie.
That guy?
No, his girl said that.
Damn.
She don't even know me, bro.
She's already shooting on
exactly.
You, hey, you ain't got that right yet, fam. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But for real, bro. Like, you know,
already?
Yeah, like, already. Yeah, you as the cat. Yeah, she's just like.
They've been watching our shit for a while.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
They've been watching our shit for a while.
But does she know me personally?
Well, I mean, the podcast is basically you in person. So.
No, but like, relax. True, but that's not. That's more. You know, I'm not even.
Defuse, fam. You see what
happens? Thank you.
Defuse.
Yeah, at least I'm not the only one that feels like that. But so let's go back to Shitfest 5000.
Yeah, right, bro. That shit was. So
okay, Luke, we'll agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, we agree to disagree on that shit. Yeah, obviously it's cool, but
I'm just seeing of what I want to say.
Yeah, I know, but then what's the next scene? Is it a training scene?
No, it's him explaining, and then it goes back. It's just back and forth in space. I think it's the casino time this time.
The casino, and then they did a training scene on their own because like Luke didn't want to train her. So
yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
You
don't want to train her for a
reason. Oh no, didn't she? And then that was after the casino thing. That's when she kind of went to the hull. Was it? Yeah, it was after the casino scene.
But that was after her training too. So
yeah, that's like when she started getting good. Yeah, so they go back to casino scene. I like to say casino scene.
Yeah, I would like to say
so. And then the BB-8 throws his fucking coins, and I'm like, how the fuck do you fit that many coins into a little piece of shit robot like that?
Doesn't matter, bro.
That scene, that could be erased from fucking life.
That whole casino scene, my biggest problem with it was one, it was just generic to me. I thought it was just filled with a bunch of
tropes.
Yeah, it's typical casino.
Animal cruelty is wrong.
Yeah,
like, I love these races. Let me look at him. Produce. Animal cruelty. Why are you introducing animal cruelty to Star Wars? It's
like fun.
I get it. Like, it's Rose. Like, this is how she feels. We want to make sure.
I guess that was from where
she's a developed character, and I was just like,
and I feel just another reason to like. I don't know. I feel like I said with him, he doesn't know how to execute stuff. That's another way to introduce the kids, so you feel sorry for them.
Right.
Like,
and
these kids are slaves.
The kids are
slaves. Too.
Like, man, I would have felt something if I seen a kid get whipped in the back of the head, and I would have been like, God damn, like, these kids is going through some shit. Yeah. No, they couldn't do that. They had to hit some CG animals.
If she was like getting hit, like the kids were getting hit because like they were fucking up. She's like, that used to be me.
Right.
Oh,
I would have been like, shit.
Right,
God,
like, God.
Or, like that would have been, like, or if she got like a scar on her face, like, yeah, man, that's how it happened to me, you know what I mean? Like, that would have been like a nice little fucking, but they didn't do that.
The only scars was
They didn't do that. They didn't do that. No, they just decided to hit a bunch of CG animals. And they just was like, hey.
And it's a chase scene, and then they get saved from BB-8.
Fucking and shit. Don't even fucking get me started on that dumbass fucking horse chase scene, bro. You
mean the tanks? The unstoppable tanks that can go through walls and everything and not get hurt?
Thank you.
Let me just get right through.
These animals just fucking. These animals fucking walk through walls. They walk through metal.
The casino.
They walk through everything. Yeah. And they were just like.
And they went camouflage.
And it's not even that. It's like you guys use these animals to escape, bro.
Yeah.
What did that represent? What was the purpose of that? There was no fucking reason for that scene.
What do you mean? She took off the saddle because they love animals, dude. All right.
I feel like you got... Okay, let's look at Phantom Menace, right? And you had this scene where and Anakin Skywalker's got the pod racing shit, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I do.
He's a fucking slave. He's a kid slave. He's a little kid slave, right? And this is the only way they're gonna get him out of here. Point and reason.
Yeah.
You have a reason why this pod racing scene is random as fuck, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's fucking necessary.
It shows that he wants him because he's a money
exactly.
and stuff.
He wants him because it fits him into the web of the story in the world. You know, it does that. This scene was just random as fuck. It was to the side. Oh man, we got to go get this hacker. You know,
they didn't even end up getting the hacker.
You don't get the hacker.
And then not only that, but like the outcome of the whole thing is still a fuck up. They still get caught, and
but that's. I get that. Like I get through this movie. There's like this theme of fail. Like everybody fails, but what you do after you fail? What do you do after you fail? You know, I get that whole theme, but once again, you don't show that theme off by building up dynamic characters and fucking folding every time or just fucking throwing them in the dust. And that leads me...
What?
That leads me to the final conversation Rey and fucking...
Anakin?
Rey and fucking
Kylo
Ren had before Kylo Ren finally decides
Movie Mickey?
Yeah, exactly.
He's so buff, like, wow.
He fucking has these conversations with her, and it eventually gets to a point where she's just...
You're Paul, dude.
She's like fucking... I mean, he like convinces her that they're on the same side, and she feels like she can change him or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that. Like, I feel like she feels like she could change him, and then he's like, okay, let's meet up. And then he just...
And she just fucking goes. One, that was a little fucking weird for me.
Man, that was pretty cool that she got caught, though. I was like, oh, this guy...
Yeah, bro.
This guy's a piece of shit.
I was a little fucking heated about what happens next, man. And not even a little fucking. I was very fucking heated.
You see buff ass fucking Kylo Ren.
Right.
And
no fucking.
Oh, this part. I was like, oh, it's gonna be serious. Put on a cowl, will you? Like that joke she said.
Or shirt or towel.
That was like, fucking. She did say that stupid.
There's the cowl. Go put on a cowl or something.
Yeah, right. It's a joke. It's a joke. Like, that was so fucking stupid.
A cowl is the
little hood,
the
bro.
Little hood thing. And then, so it's like, then they start talking, and then she goes, they shit her out of the pod, the Falcon, so to go meet him. So she falls into his trap. They take him in, so he takes her to Snoke.
And that's when Snoke found him worthy.
First
This
whole scene is just a fuck.
This is fucking the reason why this movie sucks. This is
one of the
biggest reasons why this movie fucking sucks. To me, it defines what was wrong with the movie, bro. Because Ryan, once again, director, picks up this powerful fucking character. Develops this fucking powerful fucking character. He puts him in the back. He puts him at the top of the thing. Like they did with Sidious. You know, you had Darth Vader, this fucking lingering, destructive force of nature that was Darth Vader. And then you find out... Yeah. That dude's somebody's bitch, and there's a stronger guy. You're like, who the fuck is this badass?
Yeah.
And you're like scared of this dude. Who the hell is this badass? And then later on in the movie, you find out this motherfucker can shoot lightning out of his hands. You're just like, what the fuck who is this guy? Here's Snoke. Badass. He gets introduced in Force Awakens, bro. You know.
And he's just a hologram. So he's just a presence. You're like, oh shit.
And you're like, fucking holy fuck, who the fuck is this shit? Everybody gets scared.
Yeah, the second time he gets introduced in this movie, he's choking people from like light years away.
Right, exactly. Just
but
fucking
now he's just
throwing
sitting there.
And he's just kicking it. And you just can tell, like, oh man, this dude got his little golden fleece on, bro. He's all looking fly. He over here like, man, y'all motherfuckers. He got his guards on the side of him. He's just like, you know, I'm about to go ahead and wreck this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then
I was just like, bro, what's going to happen here? He like picks up Rey and does some. Oh, I gotta find Luke. Let's go find Luke to put out the last Jedi flame.
Gets the information out of her. So it's like,
he fucking extracts information out of her mind.
He's like fucking holding her like, oh, this guy's a fucking badass, dude.
And then he drops it to the ground, bro. And I'm just expecting, like...
And he takes the lightsaber away, doesn't he? Well, she takes it out to attack him.
She takes it,
She tries to grab the lightsaber. And then he
like,
did like a little whip around and hits her. And then he's like, come here and tell me where Luke. And she's defined. That's when she's like, tries to fight it and he still gets the information.
Right.
And then,
but see how badass that is? He's just doof. He's not even moving that much.
He's just sitting down.
Yeah. Like, he's just this powerful badass.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Like, fuck, bro. Like, these guys cannot, like, even if they agreed and decided to fight this, that would be the only way. Not one person can beat this dude one-on-one.
Like, not only that, you need Luke to fight this guy.
Exactly.
Like,
that's how powerful this
I was like, they
was.
set that up for the next movie, Luke and him fighting, dude.
Right.
It's done. Done deal.
I was just like, if it wasn't gonna be Luke, and if you wanted to do something different and get Kylo and Rey to fight him, like that would have been dynamic too. But like I knew, like I was like, bro, this dude right here,
this is a badass. He's doing all this right, and he senses the future. He gets his information out of her. He set up the whole telepathic thing. So like she could
yeah, that's the truth. I didn't. That's when he said
power.
And then also
and you want to know where he's from. Where did he even come from?
And like how did he get so powerful?
Exactly. And
then,
how did he go undetected by Sidious and a bunch of other people, bro?
Sidious made a reference in episode. That's when I was talking to you on Xbox Live about the whole Snoke's Sidious Pelagus kind of thing, the powerfulness of him. That's a little sidetrack kind of thing.
Okay.
No, like every time you about it later. Any like when he found out when he said that the whole I did that, I was like, that power has to go beyond not only this timeline but maybe before that.
Yeah.
So aside from that,
but just as a character though, that was his power. Like he was doing
fucking.
And even in Force Awakens, like when he's in his the hologram, and then when he slightly gets up, where he kind of like makes him in that big ass, his presence of like his tone of talking, like damn,
yeah, he seems like a fucking menace, dude. Like
he was dynamic. Once again, Ryan, he can do this within a matter of scenes. So Ryan has a talent to do that. He can do this with just a couple of scenes. He will create this dynamic character. He drops him.
He has the fucking ace.
He has the fucking ace.
He has the fucking poker, the flush. He has everything here, dude.
A lightsaber turns on and cuts clean in half.
Okay, but before that.
You see the lightsaber shaking.
Because it's Snoke wanted every Sith.
Bro, that was so fucking
every
dumb,
master
bro.
wants his apprentice to do something fucking evil, whether you duel him to be a master.
He wanted to kill
Rey. That whole rule.
So then when Adam Driver Kylo basically goes like this, and he's like conflicted, and he goes like this, it's just like, damn,
he wants
really?
to
At first I thought he was gonna do like, boom, gives the lightsaber to Rey. Again, to what you're saying, badass moment, but it wasn't that.
The thing is, like, he had Rey and he wanted to kill him. I was like, oh, is he gonna do it? Force push. I don't know what to expect from that. So I was like, oh, I'm waiting to see what happens.
Right.
And then you start seeing like there's this dumbass director showing the lightsaber shake, and it shows again, and it's like it just stays just like, all right, so
Force. Let me get
the Force. You see the thing shaking, and you would imagine Snoke to realize, oh, the lightsaber's gonna turn on. He's such a powerful being that he senses the future, does all this shit. But no, the lightsaber shaking, he doesn't sense that he's gonna fucking die from Kylo Ren. That he reads Kylo Ren's mind. But he can't read it at this moment in time.
Right, exactly, bro.
And he gets cut in half.
He gets cut clean in half.
It's just...
You had this dynamic character, and you fucking kill him off for what? You're not developing anybody? No one is
stronger than him at this point.
Exactly.
No one. There's no other badass villain like him.
Exactly, bro.
In the franchise.
They didn't even, like... Here was this, in Force Awakens, here was this driving force behind the entire First Order. He was this powerful, he putting all the money behind it, he putting all the soldiers behind it, he's the Sith Lord. He was pretty much Senator Palpatine. And then, you don't tell us nothing about this dude. You keep displaying how powerful he is, you keep displaying how like scary and frightening he is, but you don't explain nothing about this dude. And then just when you have the opportunity to teach us something about him, other than the fact that he is a menacing character, he is evil, you kill him. You just fucking
not only that,
off them all.
but in the pussiest, dumbest way. This guy's powerful and like just could kick your ass with a snap of his fucking fingers.
Right.
And he's just...
And he gets chopped.
And I'm
I'm
sitting there, and I think I look at you at this moment, and I'm like, and I just laugh, and I'm like, wow.
I was kind of shook, like.
And then like you see people like everybody's like gasping. I'm like, what the fuck are you gasping? Yeah, and I'm like, what? What?
People clapped for the scene, and I was like, this is the dumbest scene in the movie. You guys understand?
And then after that happens, what's even more fucking pathetic, how the fuck can Kylo go from killing a Sith Lord to nearly getting killed by a fucking guard?
By a fucking
guard!
Wow. And it, this is who you want to run the Sith?
And these guys have the Force. And they can't even just fucking... They can't throw these people.
I can see Rey struggling because obviously
she
has no training.
But this guy has had training from probably one of the best fucking people. From two of the best. Yeah, two. From fucking Snoke. And so it's like... And he's the one losing. Like, I would imagine her losing, him saving her ass.
Right.
Like,
I mean, he does at one point in the fight. Doesn't really save, but he helps her out. But it's not really like... But he was about to die at the over here struggling and shit, and oh man, let me get to okay, yeah.
Just because it has cool moments in that fight scene doesn't make it a cool fight scene,
right?
Like even that part where she threw it, like you see the guys like that's like probably some dark shit.
Yeah, right.
But
that was dumb, bro. It was just like I was still in shock because Snoke was this powerful character. Now he's dead.
Yeah,
and now all I have to be threatened of was this bitch.
What is Kylo gonna do next?
Kylo Ren, bro. Mm-hmm. And all he's gonna do is complain.
And it's just to show like
pretty much what his character was.
And you know how when people say they can get into detail about the teachings of Jedi's, like their techniques and all. I feel like when he was about to die, I feel like he was kind of like struggling in the sense of like. It's a little side thing because I'm always into shit like that. Where like I feel like his technique of fighting, I guess he was getting tired. Like he almost felt to the point where he was like, since he was struggling.
That's the thing, though,
I felt like damn, like
you are a trained killer though. Like are the he didn't choose the rest of the motherfuckers at the side to be his apprentice.
His thought process was shitty.
You like
Kylo's thought process of as soon as he killed Snoke, I felt like
stupid to me, man.
He didn't know what to do after that. He just was all about action, and just like
he's a fucking moron.
It was and then he go, "Oh, Rey, join me." I was just like, bro, the way I expected that to go was a lot more surprising and unexpected. If I wanted to be basic and just be like, "Oh man, you know, Kylo Ren's gonna take the throne," that was such a predictable ending to Snoke and a rise of Kylo Ren's Sith Empire. That was so predictable. He's just gonna take the Empire and Rey's gonna be on the good side. Like, come on, man. Like,
it's gonna die eventually. Like I told you, if it keeps doing that, like 1 and 2, good, bad, always one character.
Yeah,
that was after it was completely done. And then
man,
she just ended up dipping. Like, nah, nigga, right. I'm out. Like,
no, I'm good.
I thought
oh, because she showed up. She showed up because they were fighting somewhere. She showed up, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. This movie's forgettable.
No, she just left. Like she was like, I guess she was conflicted that.
No, that was at the time during that whole bullshit, bro. The fucking bummy ass, fucking hacker got him into the fucking base.
Got him in there, and then
he turns him in.
So that's after the fight.
He turned him into Phasma, bro.
Okay, no, it's true. But
we fucking talk about Phasma right quick, bro.
When did he give him up? When?
Yeah.
I never got when he turned him in. Was it before they got in? Was it during they got in?
No, that was after they got in. After they got in, he remember they flew in first.
Yeah, and they got in. He hacked.
He got in. They fucking had to get their suits because the little stupid ass iron scene. They did they finally got fucking suits, and then that's when they got turned in. They were in front of the whole entire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but to know the plan and this and that.
And then he fucking after he turns
the plan. No, I'm talking. I think he's talking about the plan. Like, how did he come about the plan? Though?
Yeah, like, how did he find out about the plan? About them like doing like departing from the ship?
Unless you can say he kind of like
I don't think
got into BB-8 and hacked.
But that was the thing.
No,
I mean, like his whole.
They don't explain it.
No, his whole drive for doing it was for money and the fact that was
No.
He knew Finn though.
No,
he knew that was Finn. It didn't matter. Didn't matter what their plan was. He knew that was Finn could make him some money though.
The thing is, you don't understand is how do they know they were gonna escape from the shit laying there? How did he know they were gonna do the escape pod to that abandoned place?
What do you mean?
Like, because Benicio said that he knew the plan and he gave that plan
to Captain Phasma.
So
that's why they found out they started shooting the escape pods.
Exactly.
So how did he know?
You didn't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Why? They
started shooting at the escape pods.
And that's when you seen Holdo again trying to be the hero to protect the pods to come in and cut them off.
Yeah. Okay.
You see what I mean?
I get you.
How did he know? They didn't tell him. And why would they tell him if they did? They're fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was a fucking plot hole.
Because why would they tell him?
That is a huge fucking plot hole.
Why would they tell him? Because they have a different agenda. They don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Why would they tell him that that's going to happen?
Then he fucked up.
They should have told him. Basically, what happened is they told him, hey, dude, my job, what we want to do is disable their shit so we could get away, saving gas, so we could do a light year jump, you know?
Right.
But why did they have to tell him, the escape pods? They didn't even know that was going to happen.
Right.
So I don't know. You just mysteriously know.
That was dumb, bro. That was dumb, bro. I didn't realize.
I missed out when Paul told them. Paul didn't tell them.
Paul didn't tell them.
Yeah, so they didn't know that the escape pods, that thing.
I think they're just trying to get a hold of Paul's trying to get a hold of. Are you there? And then we're about to, and that's about it.
Did you see it?
Yeah, and that was that whole little mutiny.
No, he didn't say it. They're just trying to get like, are you there? And then we're about to do it right now, and that's it. That's all he said. Because BB-8 just gave him the mic.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
no, I didn't see anything. I didn't.
No,
because the only thing I saw from that was when Benicio del Toro was trying to explain whose ship it was.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Nobody told Benicio del Toro about
anything.
The pods. Can I talk?
I'm trying to answer your question. I'm trying to.
You're just saying Benicio del Toro told him that. I'm just saying who told Benicio del Toro about the escaping pods and who told Finn and told the Asian chick. Who told them?
Right.
I'm trying to think.
Nobody. If us three can't figure it out.
I mean, bro, like you said, the movie's very forgettable.
Yeah,
they probably could have said something.
But I mean, like, it's just nobody told them about the plan. Their plan was to go, basically, so they could go to Lightspeed. That's it. They didn't know because Poe found out afterwards that she's doing the thing.
But they're tracking them through Lightspeed, and the whole entire thing was to go ahead and.
And she's like, why are you filling up the fuel pods? And he never told Finn, and he never told the agent chick. So how did Benicio del Toro find out? And how the fuck did Benicio del Toro...
The only reason why they would find out is if Finn and Rose told him.
Yeah, but they didn't tell him. And not even, Poe didn't even tell Finn and Rose.
What? Finn and Rose about
the pods escaping? He didn't even tell them about that.
No?
No.
Yeah.
So was that
he just asked if they're hacking... The only thing that Poe did say was,
see, that's why I'm getting mad because like nobody told, and then even then, why would they tell? You know, like it's just you're doing your job and that's it.
Yeah, because the only thing that
I don't even
Poe said is,
can we talk about Captain Phasma and her?
Yeah, we're there now. We're at that point,
bro.
We are at that point.
That was fucking retarded. You got this fucking dope ass fucking character. Once again, another ace, bro. You build up this dope ass character, this dynamic character. And she's over here. She's mad at Finn. She got this. This is Finn's rival. Dude. She's got this grudge with Finn in The Force Awakens, where she's like, "You're a fucking traitor. You turned on the First Order. You a piece of shit.
Not only that, she got dumped in the dumpster.
And then she's like, "Don't shoot them. They deserve something more painful." Like, oh shit. Then they bring out the axe. He's like, "Oh shit."
Right. And I'm
then
like,
BB-8 comes out, and you're like, "All right. You know, you can't have them die. That's fine." You know,
and then they have the build up of the fight.
But that's not even a part. I'm upset about that too. But it's like I'm surprised she didn't try to torture. But did she really want to go at this cat like fucking?
I think she wouldn't have gone.
She wanted to go at this cat like fucking gladiator style, like here, take a weapon. Oh, yeah. I'm going to bro. What kind of Bond villain bullshit is that? Like. Fucking kill the guy. Like that's you hate him, right? So kill him.
Right, though. That fight scene, I mean, it looked cool. It wasn't cool, but I liked the fact they were fighting in the background. BB-8's killing like all the
that
was pretty cool.
That was a nice little.
But the fight sucked.
The fight sucked, and she died.
She died stupid as fuck.
She fucking died. Yeah, quotes.
We don't know. It's kind of another Boba Fett that
because
Boba
when
jumped out as canon.
Yeah, because in Force Awakens she was thrown into that fucking garbage shit, and like it didn't really.
Watch it just be a trope.
Wait, didn't she jump into a garbage chute on a planet that was getting blown up?
You're right.
Whatever.
So didn't the planet get blown up?
No, because Finn said it's a funny idea where to put her in, which was a garbage chute, and the planet did blow up, and there's tunnels of garbage chutes in the base.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Wow.
And there she was,
alive,
and they better have a fucking explanation. She better be getting cloned or some shit, bro.
This movie's 3 hours and it doesn't explain shit.
Right, like, plot holes.
They shoot her with the laser. That was pretty cool, and they bounce off.
Yeah. Like, I was like, okay, that's why you got the chrome.
And then he hits her, and it hits her in the face. Scum, rebel scum.
Right.
There's another joke too. He said helmet or something. He said something stupid.
Chrome dome. Fucking chrome. That's what you came up with, bro. You fucking came up all the years in the universe to come up with a fucking better joke. And you say fucking chrome dome.
Jesus, that was probably one of the stupidest fucking. Oh, you know what? That's one of the other things. Like, oh, chrome dome. Hey, chrome dome. A boost. He's scum. To rebel scum to you. What's up, good? You got here when we were in the middle of our
brother. Excuse me, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then they escape. They go back to the ship.
Yeah. We go back to the ship.
And then that's when they start splitting up, right?
Yeah, that's
the mutiny.
The mutiny and
then I'll stay back.
I think we may have
dumbass sacrifice bitch stays back. Oh.
And one of the coolest scenes in the movie when
she fucking that nobody cares about.
Yeah,
she could have been replaceable.
That show could have been Akbar, but whatever.
Imagine, I'm just saying how, like, again, people that are watching now, like, how much would have been that scene would, like, how much better would have been if General Akbar did it.
Right. Instead of this holdo bitch that nobody gives a fuck about.
They just introduced, has no background. You hate her already.
Right.
You fucking hate her. She's a bitch. She's stupid. And then imagine General Akbar just being
right.
Or it's like a salute, and then the door closes.
Like, I don't like it.
And then doof.
And he just goes and blows this shit up. And he's just like...
He saves it.
He saves the fucking day.
Like, God
and it's like, that's a way to take out a dude right there.
It's kind of like when Han Solo died.
Right.
When Kylo Ren is like... Oh, that's another scene that got me mad in the theater. Because he goes up and he gets one in the lightsaber and you just like... I remember I was looking around. I'm like...
Right, like nobody's going to say that he's got to die
right
now.
The theater went quiet and I'm the only one... I swear to God. And I'm like, I look around, I'm the only one crying.
Right.
That scene hit.
I knew, and then he was giving him a hug. I was like, don't you do it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Bow! And the lightsaber was out. I was like, fuck
you. You see his face.
Fuck you.
And like, imagine, like, if that death hit, imagine how much more this one would have hit.
Right.
Not much more, but it would have hit.
Yeah, it would have hit too.
And that's like, it was a good, it looked cool. Because everything went quiet.
Like, everything was like...
It went quiet.
And then that whole, like, that ship just...
The shrapnel from the ship, like, shredded, like, 8 other ships behind it, bro. That was like, cool. Whoa, that's pretty fucking dope.
But so, what?
That was a big-ass ship.
You don't care about him. You don't care about any of them,
like,
you know?
But that was a cool scene, but there wasn't an emotional scene. You know?
It was a fuck you to
everything. Fuck you to everything and everybody.
Yeah, bro, it was.
Alright, the thing about Santos, I'm gonna give you shit, Santos. He only reads the comics. He hasn't seen any of the movies.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you.
The Phasma, I know the Phasma comic did drop, bro, but I don't even. Maybe we could talk about it later, bro.
Yeah,
we really got to link up, Santos. We really do.
Yeah.
So it was a big fuck you to everything in there. It felt like it. It felt like this is the guy who watched Star Wars because he thought it was cool, and like didn't care about the material he had.
Right.
And it shows. Like, it just shows.
Felt like DC wrote this movie, bro. Like, it was just like, they didn't know who the fuck they had.
DC films, not... Well, DC, that live action, because
the live action. Not the cartoons, bro. Obviously, I'm just talking about, like, Warner Brothers DC, you know what I mean? Because they just don't know what kind of characters they have. They didn't know what kind of characters. They do that shit in DC movies.
Fucking Batman.
They just don't know what the character... He does the same thing in his Star Wars movie. He just doesn't know what he has, and he just folds on all this shit. So, like, once again, what happens? Now they're on the fucking Crystal Planet, bro, whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah, and...
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna get a heart attack by the end of this fucking podcast. Alright, so they go to this fucking place, and we're just gonna fucking bend my face, just print my fucking face out.
So, yeah.
Okay, so dumbass bitch that nobody gives a fuck kills herself.
Right. They make it
no
like for the sacrifice, I guess,
anything.
whatever. It doesn't matter. Cool.
I was like, alright, cool, she's dead.
What if she died?
Cool scene.
Oh, low-key,
the scene was badass, but her just going out like...
Fuck her. And then she dies, she sacrifices herself, and then they escape. They go to the planet. But somebody's on her tail. It's General Hook's still on her tail.
Yeah. But so before that, Finn barely makes it in with the Republic fleet as well. Rose.
Oh yeah, they steal the ship.
The Republic was shooting at Finn and Rose. And
he makes it in there. They shoot him. Then they're shooting at them. I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, right.
It sounds cool. They close the thing. There's only one way out. What else happens here?
There was one way out.
Yeah, right. Oh, the only way out through the door. Like, bro, you know damn well there's more than one way out this bitch. Why are you even fucking pretending like that was not the case? I fucking hated that. Like,
there was another way out. Yeah, and it was a big fucking hole.
Yeah, right.
It's like
it's a cave.
When that happened,
coincidentally, it was covered in boulders.
Oh my god!
That you guys couldn't move with your fucking hands.
You have fucking lasers.
Hold on, let me just show that race.
Right. And that was a fucking dumb. Bro, don't even get me started on how dumb that fucking scene was.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back. So
we're in the mine where they all meet up.
Did we pass up Luke's tree screen?
No, what?
Oh yes, we did.
Oh
my god, we
did.
The
best scene in the fucking movie.
Best scene?
Actually,
I loved Yoda.
Fuck no.
Tell your point to this.
Bro? I actually like impactful. It was not impactful at all. Oh, let me go up these stairs. Oh, let me show the head of a dumbass fucking puppet. I mean, I love the puppet, but I'm just saying.
Come on, man. It was nostalgic.
Imagine.
No, how? They hit me. Cause it's Puppet Yoda, bro.
You know
I haven't seen Puppet Yoda in forever.
That's why. He's just feeding your little fucking nostalgia. Your fucking fan. Your fan. You know, you need the little member berries, dude. You need to feed the member berries.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why you like it, because it feeds the member berries.
Continue.
Oh yeah, so it feeds the member berries. I'm like, imagine how much more impactful that scene would have been if Luke goes up to the fucking thing and then you see a lightning strike, doof, and it just hits, and you're like, what the fuck? And he's just there, and he's just thinking about shit, and then you hear Yoda's laugh, and you're like, oh shit, it can't be. And you look, or like it kind of faces to Yoda, and then you see Yoda, and he's just standing there with the stick. How much more impactful would that have been?
That would have been
than
impactful
fucking
too.
Seeing his fucking dumbass little shithead just there.
Right. And
it was just this fucking easy way out.
But I did enjoy the fact that Yoda's dead as fuck and he can still summon lightning.
He's one with the Force.
He's one with the Force. Just like when Empire Strikes Back, when Anakin, Obi, and Yoda were all there. Yeah. Yoda busted out.
No, you mean Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi, my fault. Yeah, I always say Empire for some reason.
But yeah, bro, I get you though. I get you. Like I get that. It could have been more dynamic, bro. But I liked like I said,
how to execute, dude. And that's why that scene didn't hit me. It hits you because you're like, it's Yoda, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, more so than it's Yoda, it's just like
it's Puppet Yoda.
It's like it's fucking Puppet Yoda. Two, it was just like, oh shit, like one, like I was surprised they even brought him into the movie at all. Of all the people, like, you know, you didn't, you know, you got trained by Yoda, and here he is still teaching you shit. You know, I like that whole little, you know, like I said, bro, like Luke's development in this movie. Once again, Ryan develops a character. To me, he develops a character. In my opinion, Luke was further developed. And, you know, it was a different development, nothing we're not used to, but it was a development nonetheless.
I like
and then you know, and then he does Ryan things. Fault.
I could win, but I'm a fault. It's like, yeah, dude, like there's so many scenes that I could like. Dude, she has no body apparently. There's so many scenes that if I could rewrite, I feel like the movie would have been at least a little bit better. Like that General Akbar scene. Imagine that shit would have been
Akbar, the whole Leia Mary Poppins moment.
The Snoke scene, bro.
Which was kind of
the Mary Poppins scene could have been so different.
And then
to get back on track.
So the tree scene.
The
talk was cool. I love the talk.
Yeah. Because he did give Luke like Luke was like, yeah, blah blah blah, but then Yoda was like, in a way, you didn't, because the biggest teaching is failure.
Right.
In a way.
I mean, he kind of showed him, like, even me for being a Jedi, like, you know, like, you do what you gotta do too. That's right.
Right.
That's a great code.
And then he
and I like Yoda. It's a throwback to old Yoda, and he laughs and he jokes around.
Right.
That's Yoda. It's Yoda. Yeah, I liked it. You know, I just didn't like the fact that he was introduced. It wasn't impactful.
I mean, he's a fucking ghost. He can appear wherever the fuck he wants to, chicken.
But just imagine how much more it would have been to see lightning just out of nowhere, and then Luke is just
scared.
He
come down like Zeus, bro. Like
no, and he's just there, and he's just chilling, like where he was chilling, and he just laughs. You know, no stupid laugh. Or you know how much more you hear his voice. The less you see, the more you feel it.
Right.
So
it wouldn't have insulted your intelligence. I get what you're
exactly.
saying, bro.
So like you see it, and you're like, what the fuck? And you look at Luke, and then like you're like, what the fuck's happening? Instead of you see Yoda's fucking head, like being like, oh, it's Yoda, fan service.
Right.
It would have been more impactful. You see the lightning, you see Luke just scared, holding the thing, and then you hear the laugh, and then he looks, and then it's Yoda, and they're like, oh, cool introduction, just little nitpicking, but yeah, it would have been cool like that, you know, just.
And then,
I don't know. I just feel
I get you.
Instead of just showing up and being like, "Oh, okay, that's Yoda."
Yeah, well, I get you.
But the rest of it was cool. I love the way that what he said to Luke. I love the way he said it. You know, it was Papa Yoda.
And then the books he mentioned, and then before Yoda was done talking to him,
that was a nice little thing when he mentioned like, oh, she already has the knowledge of the Jedi. He wasn't talking like literally, like she literally stole all the books in the damn tree. Like she pulled them out of her bag. Like later on in the scene, like
oh my god,
like, wow,
we'll talk about that later on.
I feel like that was
and then so like it was cool. The whole talk was cool. I liked it. Yoda felt like Yoda. It felt like his master teaching us thing, you know. Whatever.
Yeah, but back to the fucking planet though, like back to Crystal Planet.
Okay, so we go back to Crystal Planet, and then they're coming with the fucking ram. But this ram
is a fucking laser. Why do you even have to roll
from
it
the Death
anywhere?
Star? From the Death Star. It's one of the lasers from the. Do you know the Death Star cannon? That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a ram.
No, it is.
They said that.
Yeah, it's a laser cannon.
I'm sorry, that slipped my head.
Yeah. Why do you think it was recharging?
No, not that. But like, if it's one of those cannons, why couldn't they just leave it over there instead of dragging it
and just shoot that shit across the fucking? No, even if it wasn't a Death Star laser, it was a fucking laser from the get-go.
Like, they should have just said it was a ram.
Right.
Cool. If it was a ram, cool, take it in. They're bringing it in. But they said it was a laser. Not only a laser. The Death Star laser. The Death Star laser destroys planets.
Exactly, bro.
What the fuck?
Even at half power, that mess would have annihilated that base.
It was at half power. Half the thing. It
even at half power. Because look at Jeddah from Rogue One. Half the power of the laser would have destroyed like a good part of the planet at least.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, what the fuck?
And I was just like,
so that's happening, and they're going to war. You expect this big badass thing, and it's just them shooting the thing, and then
like that's what
Rey comes out of nowhere. How did she get in the Millennium Falcon?
She still had the Millennium Falcon.
No, she got dropped off. She got pooped out, and Chewie
by
went
a pod.
Yeah, remember she went
and
in
the ship blew up.
Chewie brought it to her. Chewie stayed on board. Remember?
Chewie left.
Yes, but when
I know he left, and he came back to the planet.
No. Listen to me. How did Rey get in the Millennium Falcon when she was in a fucking the Death Star, whatever, Kylo Ren shit?
Because
she took a plane.
No, because
she got shit out.
She didn't.
She got shit out, right?
No, she didn't escape with Finn and them. She escaped with Chewie. Finn and them escaped.
But how did Rey
leave Kylo Ren and get in the Millennium Falcon?
She left. After that fight they had?
Okay, listen to me.
But they're not showing
the Millennium Falcon shot the pod into her Kylo Ren, and then Chewie left.
Exactly, he left.
Yeah,
but he came back.
Okay.
He came back and got
that's
it. Like that's all.
I'm just like you didn't try to shoot him down or anything.
No. Not at all. I fucking if I can remember it clearly, bro. But I know that Chewie came back. I remember that Chewie came back, and
I didn't see because the only ship that was leaving was when Rose, Finn, and BB-8 were leaving before.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the only ship.
That's the only ship that left. I never.
You didn't see the Millennium Falcon in any hangar in that big ass fucking, ship.
Yeah.
Unless they did some fucking Star Trek bullshit where they fucking
hyperbeamed. That's not the thing, no.
No.
I'm really trying to remember.
They call me Battlestar Galactica. Why couldn't they call me Star Trek now?
Fuck it, man.
I didn't see them escape. We should rewatch it.
We gotta rewatch.
We should rewatch it because
bootleg, my dude. I'm totally down to get a bootleg.
I'm not paying for this shit again.
Totally down to get a bootleg.
Laugh loud. He came back.
I lost so much money that. Anyways, dude. That's what we're saying. Came out of nowhere and and then dips again.
And then she comes back saving him, and she takes all of them. Oh, get all of them. All the Star Destroyer. I mean, the fucking
Starfighters.
Millennium Falcons. The fucking stupid ass. And all the ships to follow him.
TIE Fighters.
TIE Fighters. And
I say Starfighters.
And Interceptors to follow her. And they're following her. And they're still coming. And then you see Luke appear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? I thought they were saying there was more doors.
It was another impact.
Right. That was...
So I was kind of like... That's alright.
This scene right here kind of like it irritated me a little bit because once again, bro, he built a dynamic scene. He made a dynamic scene where Luke walked out and sees his sister.
That shit seemed boring. Fucking rude.
Sorry. Like he walks out and he sees his sister. He sees Leia, and it's just like you create this like fucking dynamic scene where he walks out and it's just like, oh man, he's about to go out and fight these dudes, and it's just like fire, bah! And they light him up, and he just walks out that shit like untouched, and I was just like,
they made that
it's about to go down, bro. Like I don't know what the hell's about to happen. Like I had no expectations for the scene. I knew something was a little funny, bro, because like this dude really just cut his hair to go see this shit, but fuck it. I was like, I'm totally down for the scene. Whatever happens. So, but yeah, but then in finding out, like, Kylo was doing his whole, keep shooting, keep firing.
Oh my fucking.
That's what made me hate this scene, because it was just like, bro, like, I get that you're mad at this dude for assuming that you was a piece of shit, that you obviously are. And, you know, like, but still, like, this little bitch-made scene made me realize that they chose not to develop Kylo Ren
at that moment.
And in my opinion, they didn't develop Rey. I mean, did Rey really change in this film at all?
No. She could move rocks, a lot of rocks.
What a...
I was like, here goes your two biggest characters.
Yeah, well, basically,
and besides getting the lightsaber and moving around, and then
and you don't change them at all. They are the same person.
Oh, wait, we skipped the whole part where she trained and she went to the hole.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the hole.
Oh yeah, but that was once again that was a dynamic. But it was a dynamic letdown. You build up.
The parents thing. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. This is that part. Like they bring her down to this hole. She freaking delves into this little mirror, which is like showing who she is, her like I guess her lineage or whatever. And you know, and she thinks she sees her parents, and it's just herself. And it was just like...
And she claims her purpose. Like, I kind of know...
It's just like, bro, like, you... Like, first of all, when she's meditating with Luke and she's training with him, Luke's like, oh, shit. Like, you decided to walk right into the dark side. You didn't even stop. You just fully indulged in your emotions. Scared.
He's like, oh, shit, I've seen this before.
Exactly. And, like, that was cool. So you built this whole mystery hole to be this big reveal, and it's just it falls flat on its ass again. And I was just like,
I didn't get the Infinity, like her, like the whole thing. Just
I didn't get that. I even that shit. Did you get that?
Like most writers use mirrors to like fucking describe the person or the struggle within, I guess. But that was so fucking corny. You built up this fucking hole. It was so evil, and you just ended with, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Like, that was bullshit. Like, you could have ran with that so many different other ways. Luke could have walked down there and like coached her through her shit. You could have had Kylo Ren walk through the mirror. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting Kylo Ren to walk onto the other side and start talking to her again, or to fight. You know, just Snoke, like or Snoke or some shit like that. They would fight each other, but in the Force, like with their minds. You know, like or some shit like that. I was expecting something like that, but that wouldn't happen.
And when that happened, when Luke was like, damn, dark side, damn, no. And then Rey was like, I don't know. She's like, I won't fail you on like Kylo or some bullshit. Like she tried to like be like, I'm not like him. I'm different.
Right.
So it's just like.
That was stupid as fuck.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, and then her parents.
What reason does
we also missed out that part where Carlos like, oh, your parents are nobodies. Like, who are your parents? Your parents traded you for this and that.
Right.
They're drug addicts. Like
one. Like, bro, this is the word of a bitch ass nigga. So I'm still out on her lineage. She could be from nobody, which is fine. I don't really care. But if she's not,
baby, maybe.
You know, I don't really care if she is or not. But the fact that this dude said it.
Like that. That's a bitch. That's some
like
nowadays when you say.
That's like, oh yeah, exactly.
Like you're just shooting on another person, but like.
Exactly. Like Angie did to you, like a couple of
knowing the other person can't roast, fuck off.
You can't roast with the shit.
Yeah, I can't. No, but I'm saying that's what it is, and it's cool. I can't. You know, it's good. But anyway, let's get back to the, you know. But yeah, you know that whole. I was confused by just as Chikn was. I was like, what the fuck was like.
Right, bro.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't like it. I was like, oh, whatever. And then you see like his ship on the floor.
Oh, they said that's an Easter egg, by the way.
How's that an Easter egg?
How is that a fucking
that's
Easter
what they're
egg?
saying.
How's that an Easter egg? It's like the.
You know what I was?
It's like when I do this.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not saying it.
That's an Easter egg,
dude. I'm saying they're saying that like saying that might be an Easter egg, but
I was there was a scene with that. I was like, you know, with Luke showing up at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Bro, it would have been dope to have a scene of him once again after abandoning the Force, pulling his X-wing out of the water again, just for some nostalgic fan service. But not only that, it's a return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? Like I would have enjoyed
like
that.
Rey like trying to like
exactly because eventually he turns around and decides to okay, I want to fight now. You know. But back to this whole entire Kylo Ren, he's the fucking worst, bro. He eventually gets out of his fucking ship and decides he wants to fight Luke lightsaber to lightsaber, man. And Luke's having a bunch of
but like
Matrix moments.
At this point,
what's that, man?
No, at this point it's like I thought it was pretty cool. Like he shoots him, and then you see Kylo Ren, and like the guy's like, "Stop shooting at him. That's enough." And he's like, "Shoot him!" And then like the guy's like, "Stop shooting." And he kind of chokes the guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, he's like gonna make him a badass.
Right.
Nope. He's gonna make him into a bigger whiny bitch than what he actually is.
Fucking, that's what I'm saying.
And then he's like, he goes, and then Luke is still there. Like I thought he was gonna have like the Force around him.
Right.
Kind of like holding like, you know how Kylo Ren like held the lasers. Like I thought Luke was gonna do it. I was like,
that's what I was saying, bro. Like
and then it's like, oh, they're all gone. All right, whatever. And then he goes out to fight Luke, and they have this fight. And then
what do you think of? What did you make of that fight?
It was a shit fight, but I thought the meeting was cool. It was like, if you strike me down, I'm only gonna be in your head as strong, or like double as strong.
I fucking hated that part because it made it sound like Kylo Ren could beat Luke in a saber fight. Because I was like, you know, that's not real. This dude just had problems with the fucking.
Think about Vader and Kenobi.
Sentinel. Huh?
Think about Vader and Kenobi. Like when he struck him down, he's like right.
Kenobi let him do it. I get you.
So you can think Luke's doing like you say with Luke, like the killing thing. You know, it's like this. Like he let him kill him.
I get you on that.
You strike me down. He's to be one with the Force. You see?
Then why dodge? Why Matrix dodge? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said like, what makes you the?
That was stupid, bro. He dodged just like the way you did just now.
Like this.
He dodged like that.
Spin all quick.
Kylo swung and he was just like.
But then again, they said it. They said it that they wanted Luke is buying them time.
Yeah.
So it's I guess.
I mean, that was cool, bro. I mean, I just didn't like the fact that at the like in the middle of this fight, I get that Kylo was so angry and enraged to the point where he wouldn't notice that the whole shit was fucking fake the whole time. But like, really though, Luke, did you really just like use all of your? Was you that exhausted? Oh just my god! Projecting
well, before we get into that, I like the part where he winked at 3CPO and it was pretty cool. He kind of gave him a little wink, and then 3CP was like, "Oh,
for real."
And I like the little, I like that little like not touchy moment, but when CPO was trying to like, because you know Luke was like, "Oh hey buddy," and then like they were trying to say, "I don't know," Luke is like, "I don't know if I should help," and then fucking they had like a R2D2 like message, and then he was like, "Oh, that's a low."
There you say C-3PO. R2D2.
R2D2. I mean,
he's talking to R2D2 and the Millennium Falcon. R2D2 is like, "Why should I go?" And he shows him the Princess Leia. Is like, "Well, that's a low blow."
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know,
that was cool.
And they're like, "Watch your language." Like that's cool. That comedy, I guess, is kind of cool.
And then
it was appropriate because it was nothing serious. It was just funny.
Yeah, right.
When he winked, that was when he was done talking to Leia, right? The wink.
Yeah, he winked and then he went outside. Right, okay. So we're all over the place because I'm just remembering shit. And then
same. It's just coming to me, man.
So then he stabs him, and then you're like, "Oh shit, Luke's cut in half." No, he's just a fucking hologram.
It's a fucking hologram, bro.
A Jedi hologram, because I never seen this shit.
Like,
right.
That's
as strong as it is this. Like, as strong as this one. I seen holograms before. They're all glory. Right. We saw Yoda.
Yeah, right.
And, so that happens, and then Luke dies because of this?
He Snoke's over here throwing people around
via
hologram, bro. And Luke over here he projects himself across the universe one time. And he fucking dies over it. It's such a strain on his body. He dies.
Oh my God, he's cracked my back, and just how pissed off I am.
I was fucking.
It's like really like out of all the things, Luke is gonna go out like a punk bitch, and he becomes what the Force because he fucking whatever that shit.
Right, like
that's crazy. Yeah, like
it didn't hit, and everybody's like, I don't know. I'm like
everybody in theater was like.
Even the people who just randomly just watched the movie, they're not even Star Wars fans, was disappointed by this scene.
A lot of people were walking out. Just
that's the thing, yeah, dude. People were actually walking out. Like I seen a lot of people. When I
started counting. I started counting after that.
People walking out and not coming back.
And Chikn was like, Chikn was like, yeah, I'm about to walk out. And I'm like, really? I'm like, is that gonna be the? I was like, I counted.
I told him like people are like walking out. Like I'm about to walk out.
And then
people legit walked out of this movie, and I'm like, I could see why. It's a fucking shit fest.
So, fight scene, and then after Luke,
they go to the back because
they go back to Leia.
Where's the wildlife? Where's the wildlife?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Where'd the puppies go?
Exactly.
And there's one dog's right there. I'm like, that's like here. Then we go through this little hole.
These fucking diamond dogs all the way to the
and there's like a hole. Like they can't fucking your PC turned off. Like they can't fucking close the fucking. They can't move the rocks by themselves. Or like, hey, does anybody have a grenade? No. But hold on, you guys. Here goes Rey.
Rey just fucking opens the doors and fucking lifts a bunch of rocks. And because she lifts rocks, which are just a fucking rock. Just because she lifts a rock.
But it's a lot of rocks, Jordan. All right, it's not just any rock. It's a lot. They're big too.
Fuck that shit, bro.
They could have shot with the Millennium Falcon.
Exactly.
You know what that scene reminded me of? That Disney dinosaur movie where they were blocked from the.
Why are you always going off topic?
I'm sorry, it's just random. I just thought about.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What
man.
Disney movie?
Fuck it, man. It don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're talking about
fucking Ray.
It's random because
like a champ. No, he didn't go out like a champ.
He didn't go out like a champ.
He just said, "I'm a hologram. I'm gonna force the hologram, and I'm just gonna."
And he just turned into a piece of clothes.
Yeah, his clothes just melted. No, it didn't melt, but just went down and flew
away. And
you don't see him fly, but you just
the cape kind of like
the cape like Ben Kenobi. But at least Ben Kenobi went on like a fucking like Vader, and even then he became one with the Force.
Right, and he cut exactly.
But they took out Luke and they kept Leia. But then again, Leia was still alive during the time, so I understand that.
Right. When Luke gave Leia the dice, the chain of Ben, of Han.
So it was chain.
Yeah, even then it was still nothing though.
Yeah, no, it was
a hologram. So what's the point of?
No, I'm saying, and then because Kylo went went in.
What was the point of that fucking shit?
Yeah, you know.
Why would you give your sister a memento of her dead husband that's not fucking real? Like, hey, by the way, I have this, but you can't have it.
Yeah, and then they have the fucking audacity to fucking show that it goes away later on.
Because when that's when Kylo went in and
so like I had the audacity to be like, it was all fake, bro. It was like
and Kylo felt like a stupid.
I was about to throw your fucking out. I thought it was a chair here. Too.
It's there, right?
That's dead. Damn, fucking. No,
but
yeah, dude.
Flip. But yeah, I just
let me see.
To me, this will honestly the biggest problem. The biggest problem with this movie was and I just want to get you guys' opinion, but you know, what do you feel was the biggest problem with this movie, bro? Just name one thing.
Execution.
Bro.
He had
with the characters.
He had this. Mitch, it's my fucking.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Let him talk.
He's like, Chikn, what's your reason? The fact is that
Say what your guys' opinion, right?
You say it, but yeah, but
I'll be honest.
So you were like, you're not. It's cool.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Hold on, man. Just let Chikn talk, man.
Ramon. I think with me, it's execution. He didn't know how to execute anything. He didn't know how to make you feel for the right things. He when he wanted to make you feel, he threw a joke in there, which it didn't hit. So like, when he wanted to be serious, he couldn't be serious, and then when he wanted to be funny, it just wasn't funny. I don't know. It's just execution for me. He executed the whole movie like shit.
I feel you, brother. I feel you, man.
So that's my one thing.
I think execution. I think you're right, man. He had a bunch of power players, and he just did not know how to execute. He fucked Finn's character over. He gave him this romance that was completely off the fucking wall. I did not expect Finn to be thrust into the friend zone. Ray and Finn's relationship was weird. It initially was started off as something that's possibly romantic, possibly friendship.
With Ray, right?
Yeah, exactly. But now it's clearly just friendships. You know, y'all want to keep that shit platonic.
But that's cool another thing that I know you were talking about. It's we didn't talk about how that relationship thing with Finn and that Asian chick when he was gonna go kill himself.
Balls deep, bro. He's a badass, in my opinion.
I was kind of waiting for him to die. Like he's gonna die.
And that's what's gonna make him a fucking legend. Not a legend, but a fucking.
No, not in this shit movie. If he died, like
if the movie was made well, then yes. But
no, I was expecting her to die though. Yeah. Unfortunately, after all that whole little slave development, I was expecting her to get roasted after that. I was like, oh, she gonna die. Finn didn't die. If
Finn died in this movie, it would just give me another reason to hate the movie.
Yeah, bro.
What?
I'm not saying it like that.
He didn't do anything badass the whole movie to make him his death worthy.
Yeah, bro.
But then again, since nothing was going down, he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just take the hit." Like,
but you don't understand. What did he do to like the whole? If he would have died, it wouldn't have been an impact.
Right. Like he had no impact. You gotta understand. He had no impact on the progression of this story.
He literally did nothing to help anything.
Every single time he had an opportunity, he failed. Him and the girl failed. They had this opportunity. They fucking failed. And that's okay. It's okay for them to fail, bro. I get the whole motive of the movies. Like, if once you fail, that's not the end of it. Don't give up. I get that whole entire thing. But they did not develop anybody. And that brings me to my point. I think this entire movie was shit because the points of interest in this entire movie were around characters that developed. Luke developed a shitload. Luke developed so much, and people were loving what was happening to Luke.
And at the end,
and then that nigga just turns into a Kleenex and goes away.
Yeah, literally.
And it's like, and then they chuck him, and that's it. That's all they do. They look at fucking. You look at fucking Luke, the Ray and Kylo's relationship. They develop. And you start to get to, oh man, what's going on between this Ray and Kylo relationship? They were connected to the Force.
Nothing
happens. They develop in him and they kill him. They develop Snoke and they kill him. They develop the fucking.
Like you said. This guy has the fucking flush. He has the game-winning hand. He's like,
and he just chucks him in the trash. He doesn't even fold. He's like, I quit. Like that's how bad he does.
And that's every part of this movie. He has this great. I could see he has this great premise, but he just doesn't know how to finish.
Right.
He just does everything to shit.
He has Finn, right? He has Finn. He develops. Finn's developed in a previous movie. Yeah, and he just character. Leaves him stagnant. He leaves him and Poe just stagnant as characters.
In the last movie, he didn't have anything to his character development, but like he introduces Poe in this movie, and it's just his whole movie.
Right.
It doesn't go up.
He does not change. He's just the same guy.
He's just a hard-headed flyboy.
Right, that's it.
That flyboy just follows
sure thing, Chrome Dome. Like
Chrome Dome. And it's like that. And Finn goes nowhere. He doesn't improve. He doesn't deprove. Right. Like,
Only thing he gets is a new girl. Like that's all he like. No, come on. Like
that point was I was mad about that.
That was stupid as fuck.
I was really pissed.
You see what I mean? So you see, if he would have if anybody would have died in this movie,
Rose developed this new character. Like a lot of these characters, they got their first look in first Force Awakens. So we were very interested in seeing how they were going to be in this new movie, and they didn't change. Nobody fucking changed. It was like, I was like, the plot may have been different, but nobody grew from the plot. Everybody failed and just stayed the same. Nobody learned anything except for Luke, and he died.
That's crazy.
You're right. It's like, bro, that's how you doing this fucking movie.
Yeah.
You try to develop these characters.
I feel like this movie's like, oh, we need a movie for this year, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna throw this out there, and just like a bridge, just I don't know, just
bridge
something.
Gap. This movie's gonna
gap
another
shit
movie.
bridge.
Yeah.
It's like you could build a
Really
bridge out of fucking
all
this stuff,
literally
titanium.
built this
But you're gonna
bridge
build it
out of like
fucking
fucking
sticks
used
and
toilet paper and sticks and twigs.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, this movie, I don't know. It's just so like back to my point with Finn. It wouldn't hit. It wouldn't hit.
Maybe it wouldn't, but just to finish the objective of that
why?
scene, and maybe
why?
I would have been like, okay.
It would be such a shitty way to set up a character just because you want him to die for a hero act.
Right. I mean,
I'm not saying that like
you would kill him.
You're saying it.
You kill him for what's it called? Thrill value.
Yeah.
You're not really killing him because he's gonna have an impact on how you feel about him. You're gonna kill him for thrill value, and
yeah, you're not gonna.
That
kill
essentially it's gonna give you a short jump, like, oh my god, he died, but then you're not gonna give a fuck, fucking Holdo.
And then what about the next movie? You actually like I actually like Finn. He's charismatic. He's fucking. He's a cool guy. Like
exactly.
I don't want him to die, but in a piece of shit movie like this, why would you want him to die?
Right.
It wouldn't be impactful. If anybody in this movie died, it wasn't impactful. Like I said,
died.
Akbar died. Not impactful. Snoke, not impactful.
Right.
Phasma, not impactful. Stupid general lady, I don't know, fuck. None of these deaths have meaning. Imagine him dying in this movie, it wouldn't have meaning.
That would so true, bro.
Imagine Han Solo. When Han Solo died, it hit. You're like oh shit. Because you're like, that's my son. You're going to this, you know. Like, in the movie, it's good, and like he dies, and you're like, oh shit. That's a major, you know. But like, if Finn would have died in this movie, it just wouldn't be good. And, that's the way I see it.
What was your number one reason for why you think this movie was?
I just a letdown of many, like, to... Especially like the big players, like Chikn was saying, it's just more of the letdown, like specifically trying just to finish the objective of certain things, like the whole obviously already got the Finn moment, which you know, but that's just me. I just didn't like how he didn't really. Snoke was built up pretty badass, you know. Even aside from the movies, there's a few references about like the whole power of it, so that's why like I liked Snoke.
Yeah.
Rey, I really thought it was gonna be an add-on from Force, a smooth transition, and finding an actual Jedi 2 versus 2 fight, but it wasn't the case. Right. So my whole theory of that was completely gone from the get-go. So I was like, damn.
Like,
because if you think about it, because like most Star Wars movies, you always get that scene, but this time it's different. Yeah, they want to change, but. That's what I said. That it's dying off. That whole fighting one-on-one. It's dying off in a way.
People want the movies to be the same, and they want it to be. They want it to be different, but not so different. I don't care as long as it's good. Right? Yeah. The Force Awakens, like people are saying, it's the same as fucking the other Star Wars movie. That's fine as long as it was good.
It was good,
and it also added new things, and it was good.
Exactly.
This one tried to be different, and I don't mind it.
Fucking failed.
But it's just failed.
They failed.
And people are like, "Oh, it's a nostalgia. Your nostalgia factor. The fact that you were like you wanted.
That's what the main thing I hear. A lot of people saying, "Oh, your expectations."
No.
Like you're just expecting you're expecting it to follow the comic books. You're expecting it to follow.
Not like necessarily.
I want it to surprise me. I want it to be something different. I want to go in the movie and come in like when Han died. Like I knew he was gonna die just because Harrison Ford didn't want to do any more movies.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. It's still gonna hurt. But like.
But in the way for him to go out like that kind of like, but damn.
It's like, this one is like, it was different, but it didn't feel like Star Wars to me.
Right.
Star Wars has charisma. Star Wars has planets.
I felt like the reason why a lot of people are like saying that, oh man, you know, you're holding on to ideals. Look, I told this to my brother, bro. If you are a true Star Wars fan, and I'm not talking about a stan, not a stan. Not somebody who's just gonna stand for Star Wars no matter what bullshit that happens. I'm talking about
my life.
I'm talking about a true fan, somebody who can critique. You have to realize, both from a film side and the Star Wars side, this was a really bad movie. This was the worst Star Wars movie they've ever made because, one, they disrespected a lot of characters, and they turned on their own continuity. The whole continuity of Force Awakens, of all the rest of the movies, when it hit this movie, I felt like they acted like the past completely didn't exist, bro. Both in character and in the very plot of the movie. You know what I mean? And like you said, like when you just mentioned about the fucking Millennium Falcon and Rey and just so many fucking plot holes that I'm now thinking back on, and I'm just like, they continuously disrespected stuff that just happened in the past. And it's like, that's not how you build a character. That's not how you build a world. You build a world with consistency. Our world is full of consistency. You want to draw that relation, and they continue to fucking fail at that shit. And that was the whole entire experience for me. You built this world, bro, where the whole movie's predicated on you running away from being, you fucking escaping from this shit, bro. And like you said, that little role, the role in the beginning, bro. That little paragraph, whatever, they say, hey, yo, they're just trying to escape. Like, like that. Exactly. That's all they're trying to say. And it was just that was your whole entire setting.
You're better
for
off.
This movie.
You're better off.
Like, you created no world for me. Mm-hmm. You did not continue the continuity of discovery and fucking wonder that Star Wars brings.
That's the thing.
It was so very linear. Like, you went to this casino planet and you just got a bunch of tropes and stupid jokes instead of delving into this planet. Only delve in you got to was everybody was corrupted. But that's a trope. Of course they're corrupted.
Yeah.
It's a fucking casino.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be? Like, and then you go to this little crystal planet. Oh, this was once a fucking rebel base or whatever. You bring me to a new world. Yeah, you bring me to this new world, and then all of a sudden, y'all motherfuckers trying to leave this shit already. Like, you don't even, nothing's...
And not that, but it's so bland.
Right.
It's nothing sticks out. And I remember this was scene with a guy, this is soldier, and he licks the
oh, that was pointless.
He's like, oh, it's salt.
That was it.
Did you see that? I thought they were like, oh, we're gonna do some fucking phosphate and blow up the fucking things, blah, blah, blah. No, it's salt. What?
Yeah, because even to what you're saying about like how it's just a one point across, you're better off just making an intro just like in Rogue One, like just boom right there. You know how in Rogue One it didn't have.
Well, because Rogue One we knew what was up, but we didn't.
Well, yeah, but at the time we didn't know it was that second paragraph of new.
And then they did the little beginning prequel scene with her as a kid, and like.
Yeah, so plus Rogue One is not really a Star Wars. It's a Star Wars story.
The Star Wars stories, yeah. No, but I'm saying like since it was that short, you might as well just got to the point of
right. I mean, like that's
meaning the point.
I feel like this one they needed it. I mean, they needed a better one because you don't know why the fuck they're escaping. They don't. The Force Awakens. After that, what happens? Are they escaping from the Force Awakens?
What? After at the end of the Force?
Yeah,
they escaped. Yeah, they escaped that. Yeah, I think Gavin.
But that was the one. Like this, that's the part that didn't make no sense. You have one base, right? They go ahead and destroy a Republic stronghold on a planet with that little core cannon.
Oh yeah, the Death Star 3.
Yeah, the third Death Star. They destroy a little core cannon with that shit, right? And then at the end of that doesn't mean the entire Republic is destroyed. You destroyed a couple of planets, some fucking slaver planets.
A spaceship, basically.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean the Republic is destroyed. Oh, we have to escape this fucking base. You guys, they left the base, but that does not mean the First Order completely gets to take over now. Yeah. You don't chop off. That made no fucking sense.
What the fuck? That was so crazy. It's just, you bring up the good point that it's just everything. They took over everything. Like, what the fuck?
Because
where would you rank this movie in the series, bro?
Damn, it would be lowest one would be what? Obviously,
I told you as soon as the movie ended. I told him it's down there with Attack of the Clones.
So it's gonna be what? Last Jedi Attack or Attack and then the Last Jedi? No, that's the only question.
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. So it'll be Last Jedi.
Because at least fucking Attack brought some story or something.
Right.
To it.
So Attack.
It brought
what's
some
after
development
Attack?
when he killed all them fucking sand people. He killed the sand people, and you could see Darth Vader kind of manifesting, and that made me really excited. And on top of that, Yoda got introduced as a lightsaber badass.
Oh my god, yeah.
Come on, bro. Nobody in the fucking theater expected that shit to happen.
That was
The moment he did like this, I pissed my shit, bro. I was like, oh fuck.
Like this 900-year-old fucking Jedi monsters.
He fought. Who did he fight? Count Dooku, right? Count Dooku. Yeah, Count Dooku.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that, like, that, at least that, like, even, like, with Phantom Menace, it had some scenes that actually hit, or some good scenes. This one,
no, it's different.
What's after?
Most of the good scenes were visual, like, you just looking at it. It wasn't really deep.
Oh, another,
that one, and
the clashing with Finn and Phasma.
Luke standing in front of the...
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
That's what I said. Like, most of the shit is just it looked nice.
It's just not even that great,
but it's not impactful. None of them were like, whoa, like, you know, it's definitely going at the bottom. Bro.
Also,
at the bottom.
We didn't.
This is the worst Star Wars movie I've ever spent more money on than any other Star Wars film.
Really?
Where?
Because that's right. You guys went for that matinee. Like, my brother and I. We went to Magic Johnson on Saturday because we've always had this tradition of going to see it at the Magic Johnson Theater. We saw all the Star Wars movies at that theater. So we went to this theater, bro, and the movie tickets, you know, they were a lot more expensive. I forgot how much I paid for them, bro. But, like, you know, your average movie tickets like fucking what?
$12 to $15.
Between the $12-15
range. Yeah.
That was the range. I think I spent like fucking. It was like, I think my movie ticket, like the total was like.
$30 for 2 people.
Yeah, it was like 30 something.
Yeah, because this movie was $6. Usually we pay $5, right?
Yeah,
it was $6.
That's like
$6.50.
Because they charged like we said before, they charged the theater an extra 20% because it was Star Wars. I can't believe Disney really just fucking fucked them theaters, bro. I feel bad for AMC and everybody else. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you gave them this shitty ass movie and made them pay it.
I don't think they fucked them up. I think they fucked us more than they did the theater. The theater made money.
I think
the theater did make money,
they lost money on the game and they had it like, you know.
They made money. The thing about the reason even the director's like giving like comments on the movie, he's just laughing because he's like what the fuck did he? Because the movie made a shit ton of money. He didn't fail.
Right.
He got money.
He got paid.
He's still getting paid. The movie's like one of the top grossing movies.
Yeah, man. And what was it, like $489 million in a weekend or some shit like that?
Not only that, the movie's 3 hours. It's long for no reason. It doesn't do anything in those 3 hours.
Right. When you think about the length of the movie, bro, and it's just like, bro, like, you guys called me that day, bro, and I was like sleep. And I woke up and I was like, oh shit, the movie. Then I thought about it and I was just like, can I really endure this again?
And then you told us,
yeah.
And then you told us what to go see. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I was like,
we were salty. We were like,
I can't. I just
couldn't even fucking warn us that it was this bad, dude.
Bro, honestly, would you believe?
We could have watched something else.
Fuck yeah, I would have believed you. You're one of the biggest Star Wars fans I know. You're like one of the guys I can
more than me. More than me.
Really? You guys would have believed me?
Yeah,
dude.
Oh, okay.
As much as
I was under the mentality of like, bro, even if I tell them the movie's trash,
we're still probably gonna watch it.
They're gonna be like, no, we're gonna go see it.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it, but we would have still been like, oh,
at least we got warned.
Yeah, because like when I went to go some movie, like some movies, people say like Justice League, people said it was bad. I didn't mind it. It was bad, but I mean it was enjoyable. People made it seem like it was shit.
Like it was like this movie.
Yeah, people praise this movie, and I've seen it, and I'm like,
don't praise this.
And
movie.
I see the true Star Wars fans, like, well, I don't know if they're true, but I like the fans, like. And they hate it just because the same reasons we hate it.
And you already noticed that when people were leaving. So that
and then I don't like seeing Star Wars stands either, bro. Because then they'll fucking tell you that this movie was actually great and the movie was actually worth watching.
I know people like that. Jimmer's like that. Jimmer said it was good. Like, we said it was bad. No, he's saying it's bad.
It's just like
because we pointed out.
Mad, I'm talking shit to you.
Yeah, because we pointed out the obvious.
It's just like, bro, like don't stand up for shit. Like, if you don't want shit, don't stand up for shit.
It's like how people stood up for Battlefront and the fucking microtransactions, and it worked. I mean, I still bought the game. Oh, the game's back to $35 now if you want to get it. Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Is it?
We played together.
It's beautiful and it's fucking.
I know the game looks beautiful, bro.
No, and it plays great. It's fun. If you play it,
dude.
It's good.
When I got on Camino, when he stopped playing for quick like 5 minutes or so, and I got onto the map of Camino. You know, that map was fucking amazing.
Oh, and we played the map before we saw the movies, and then it's pretty fucking accurate with the salt mines.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
It's fucking, it's great. The game is fun, dude. The story right now, I'm in the third mission, so
yeah.
But the multiplayer is fun. I recommend it. If you love Star Wars, you're gonna love this.
Okay, cool.
Go back to the movies.
The boy. We didn't mention the very last scene with the boy.
Oh, we're still at the end. Yeah.
That was a nice touch at the end. It gave me a lot of hope. You didn't like it?
Sudoku, dude.
Yeah.
Sudoku. It's a Puku. I know it's a Puku. It's Sudoku, dude. Fucking shit.
Damn. Yeah, dude. It's
God, it's so stupid.
Super stupid.
Again.
The fucking lady in front of me, dude. The people around me pissed me off too. The lady in front of me, she's watching the movie, and the kid does the thing. She's like, "Did you see that? Did you see it?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!" Everybody saw that shit.
And
it was so fucking obvious.
The people in the back were laughing for no reason. Besides the dude was
people
like,
are clapping like always. Yoda was there.
Babies
Why?
were crying.
They did clap. They did clap at the theater I went to too, bro. It was like
people who clap at theaters piss me off. Fuck off. Fuck you. Why?
That was.
I
don't mind clapping, it's just as long as it's a good movie, bro. If this was a shit movie, you should not be clapping.
People try to start clapping, and like there was a time where somebody tried to clap and nobody clapped.
And they would try it again, bro. Like,
oh, it happened, yeah. It's like, nope.
Because there's times where like,
and it was like slow clap till somebody clapped. And as soon as one person goes like,
and it goes loud now.
And then they get all excited, like, bro, if you don't shut your ass
it's
up,
like,
bro,
even me, like, I kept going like deep breathing, like towards Chikn, like, dude, really, I can't.
Throughout the whole movie, this is me. I swear to God, I was interested, and then it was just me like this, just face palming the whole fucking time.
And I kept seeing Chikn's reaction. I was like, dude, you alright? He was like,
it's just you can't explain. Like,
and then when
I was feeling nauseous by the end of the movie because I was just like, damn, they fucked this up.
He did.
And then they put the little scene on with the little boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, cool, like the beginning of a new Jedi Order. But I was just like,
I feel like that's
so
like another.
The Last Jedi if it's not the Last Jedi. Here, you can do it too.
When
like
when the boy was there, it was like kind of like, are they busting a Annie moment of the dude has a. The kid didn't even fucking know how to do. He just knows how to use the force.
Yeah.
I'm saying like an Annie, but more like with the force kind of now. It's just
it's just like, bro, like, where are you going with this? You call the movie The Last Jedi, and then at the end of the movie, there is this.
Wait. Before I count myself, it might be The Last Jedi, but people are force sensitive. Remember that. There's people in between. It's okay. So,
yeah,
okay,
I know, but there is no fucking Jedi. Rey is not a fucking Jedi. She got trained by no one.
But yeah, she has the manuals.
She has.
Oh, let me tell you about this Easter egg number deuce. Oh, look at these books right next to this blanket that I'm gonna use to cover this girl that's dying. This blanket next to the books, dude. Oh, look at this guy.
That's actually.
Here, look, this is the Easter egg.
I pointed that out. I was like, yo, did you see?
He's like, the books. I'm like, yeah, it's up. Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's just, it's shit.
She has the fucking manuals, bro. That's all you can say.
And wasn't it archives? Before the temple got fucked up? It was archives at one point. Before the temple got fucked up.
I know, but it's like...
They're old as fuck.
Yeah.
You can't learn to be a monk just by reading like a fucking...
Hey, Santos reads a Star Wars comic book, so he knows what Star Wars is about.
I think he's flying.
Now he's watching.
He's like, what you say? Yeah, dude, it's gonna be weird. How they're gonna do this next
I don't know. I'm saying, if it's different, go for it. I mean, I don't mind it. Just throw me off left field, but as long as it's good and it's captivating and it's executed right.
I mean, so come on, we need number scores out of 10. How much y'all give?
I already said that 3 out of 10.
3?
Shit, 3 out of 10. The reason I got a 3 is because some scenes.
I'm conflicted 4 or 5. I can't even give it over. It has to be under 5 for sure. I have to give it under 5.
I'll give it a 4, bro.
4?
I'll give it a 4 just cause I saw the puppet, bro. I fucking love the puppet, bro. I'm sorry, man. That was like a really.
When he showed up, I was like, "Oh, because it looks CGI." Because it looks CGI, but then I realized it's a puppet. I'm like, "Oh."
I was like, "Oh my god!"
And then it has like old school Yoda mannerisms.
Yeah, exactly. He can't barely open his mouth because it's the fucking puppet. Like that shit's like made out of the strongest rubber. That shit's like made out of the strongest rubber. Yeah, exactly. His face was folding in because he's a fucking puppet.
I loved it though.
I was like,
when I first saw it, I was like, "Ugh, it looks CGI." Like it looks CGI, and I was like, "Ugh."
You know the blue outline. I thought it was CGI.
Me too. And then I saw it was a puppet. I was like, "Oh."
I was like, bro, that dude look like he got something up his ass. And then I was like, oh, it's a fucking hand.
He does have it up his ass. All right. The other scene that I like is we didn't talk about is when they kiss. You gotta protect the ones you love. When she like when Phil's gonna kill herself and she.
I was mad at that point. I was so mad.
I was mad.
That threw me off. That threw me off because I was like, oh, so that's what's happening now, bro.
Yeah, even I said that.
Because there was no development in their romance, bro.
You don't feel anything for.
That's what I was.
Maybe was it like a going away
character
development? Get Chikn to co-direct the movie because I can't direct the movie, but I could show you how to land some scenes.
Right, bro. Let me just throw y'all some ideas right quick. Don't be fucking stupid.
Yeah, that shit was stupid. But to end it, let's go to comments. Any last words you guys want to say? Any last comments?
I have no.
Fuck, she was useless, bro.
Sudokus.
Snoke was. Snoke.
He's a seppuku, nigga.
No. How did he say it?
You were about to say Snoke is. He thought it was seppuku. He's like seppuku. He's like Snoke is.
A little random thought. I'm Watto according to Chikn.
I don't know.
It's a little.
Because he's like, oh, my friend said I'm Jar Jar Binks. Like, if anything, you're Watto.
Because I'm clumsy as fuck. Like, when it comes to like playing sports, I tend to fall all the time for some reason. Like, I can't run around.
Get you some wings.
You're a Jew, dude.
It's 50-50.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part that he actually kind of like nails it, and I was like, no,
I'm thinking about how to do it right now. It's what is it? Andy, how many credits is that,
Andy? Because Chikn was like, you're an asshole.
You're an asshole. You're a piece of shit. Like, Andy,
straight up.
Chikn.
No, nothing.
Where's the beer ticket?
No.
How many credits? Just a little chuckle. Jesus Christ.
Man, what the comments?
All right, the comments. Let's see. Where's Star Small when you wait? No, Chester sent a bunch. He said, "Sup? I don't read shit like watching the homies do work. I'll leave though. Batman should be a fantastic Jedi. Black Saber. Animal cruelty equals Disney. That's all. Star Wars always making bad puns. So true, but they're good. Not good, but I mean
they're decent.
They're not out of place,
and they're not every fucking where, bro. Them shits were fucking everywhere, like fucking ants, bro. Like,
yeah, and at least with Star Wars, like the old school Star Wars, they let the serious scenes be serious and let the funny scenes be funny, so the puns hit. He said, "Laugh my ass off." He came back. I never saw Chewie come back.
Yeah, bro.
No, he didn't.
If you remember him coming back, I'll take your word for it.
I swear, I remember him coming back and him fighting all the way.
But think about it. If he came back, don't you think they'll be like shooting him?
Yeah, I know, but the reason why Rey and fucking what's her name didn't get shot out the sky is because they had somebody defending them, and I was thinking that was him. And Rey.
No, he didn't.
Because they hyperspaced in and then she launched off.
Yeah, she got pooped out.
Yeah, she got pooped off and he dropped off, and I thought he came back, got her.
No,
and did
because she basically said,
"We'll watch it after this. Yeah, we'll watch it. Like we'll skip it. We'll watch the bootleg. I mean, no, we'll go to the theaters and watch it. I don't want this shit to fucking." We're on the internet now. Yeah.
NASA, and I was like,
Jedi Bibles exist. Yeah, it's a Jedi.
Yeah, because there's the old text, and then you got the archives.
Star Wars: Revenge of the Haters. Fuck you. Star Wars: The Last Jehovah. So no good moments. There was good moments.
Yeah.
The Yoda moment.
Luke's character development was cool.
I mean,
Snoke's badass.
Snoke moments of
the beginning, fucking Dreadnought.
That Dreadnought looks killer.
That he was a badass character, dude. I'm down with the shit.
Holdo's suicide scene, despite the fact that it was Holdo, I still like that whole visual.
The visual,
but not
The light speed being used as a weapon. I have never seen something so beautiful.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was dope.
Because I think it wasn't at full effect, but it was like getting there. So I guess that's
why
why
there was enough
like
power,
acceleration.
No, not enough power, but I think it was like getting to that point because it kind of speeds up and then it takes off. So I guess she got to the point where like it goes super fast, but she didn't take off. She just fucking.
She hit everything.
Because if she would have took off to light speed, she would have missed the thing.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah, like, this bitch don't left us.
Yeah, so I think she like people are saying like that's stupid. I'm like yeah, whatever. And that's the other dumb part. But it's Star Wars. It's a fictional movie. It's like when they drop the bombs, it's in space. Don't you think they'll just float?
Yeah, right. That's true.
But okay, we'll go on.
But whatever, man. They could have little fucking shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. It's space
movie,
movies, whatever. And then Luke Skywalker's Goku confirmed. She's an urban. It's called The Good Dinosaur. You were talking about something about. It reminds you of the dinosaur.
No, fool. When they go through that fucking cave and they're stuck, and then you see the rocks pile that go through, and then for some reason I thought it's called Dinosaur with the fucking horn dude.
The fucking stupid ass fucking movie that stand together movie.
Yes,
I hate that movie.
By the way, that
movie was trash.
There's another side thing after the podcast I want to tell you about.
It's called Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
The movie's literally called Dinosaur.
That movie's fucking tight. Oh, with the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yes. I haven't seen it recently.
It wasn't a Tyrannosaurus Rex, bro. It was some weird ass fucking horn.
Just like
it comes out in Jurassic World, by the way.
Whatever. Just how I have fucking dinosaur in my head. You have Spider-Man 2. You thinking it's good? I have that movie that it's good in my head. Don't wonder.
What? Spider-Man 2, the movie?
The game.
Oh, I thought
the movie's fucking great.
The movie's alright, bro.
But the game is shit.
The game is
it's actually
the first of its kind, bro. That's why I like it. It was the first of its kind.
Because
think about it. You know how
just because you're the first doesn't mean you're the best.
Nobody was making superhero games free roam back then, bro. Nobody. I agree with the fact that the game's missions were hella repetitive, bro. I agreed back then.
But The Good Dinosaur is good in my head. Don't ruin it.
It's not The Good Dinosaur.
It's
called
It's just Dinosaur. All right, my bad. Fuck.
You thinking about that gay ass Disney movie?
Yeah,
the other one.
That one's alright. Just think about it. I liked it.
I look he saw it too, bro.
He said Luke's last prank to his sister with the and then on Solo. See, I can't be serious. So I wrote the movie.
Yeah, because you know how the dogs went in the hole, and then you know how that one creature went through the little
right. I get you. But that shit was so stupid as fuck to me. I hate that shit. I remember when I was sick, man. My mom made me watch that movie like 3 times. Here,
Somebody Has Nobody Parents. I said, where do you rank this movie? We ranked it. Yeah, I sure did. Chikn admitted it. Fuck you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All the comments.
We can check that on.
I think, yeah, bro. Once again, man. Hopefully we get a better movie in 2019.
What movie are we getting next? We're getting Han Solo.
We're getting the Han Solo.
We're getting the Han and
Lando.
Han and Lando. They're together, right?
I don't know. That one's in development. Hell,
I thought it was going to be done.
Lando?
But the directors are. The director quit. Fucking, there was like between the cast.
Well, the Han is still in.
I'm saying it's still going, but I'm saying it's in development.
This is my last comment, bro. Disney is a scary ass company, bro. That will not allow you to do shit.
Spider-Man 2 is the first of its kind, even though there's a 2 in the title.
Shut the fuck up, man. I'm talking about the game, not the fucking. The first game wasn't free roam.
Yeah, it was. You just couldn't go on the ground.
That's not free roam.
But you could go anywhere you want.
No,
it's not on the ground.
Couldn't. You were setting the stage.
Oh my fucking
bro.
God. I'm about my PS4.
Can we go back to the comments before we
boot the game up, bro. If you swung too far, he would turn around and go back. You would not free roam.
This one you go in the water.
Bro.
I'm kidding. I know.
This is the water. No. Spider-Man never swims.
Can we go back to the comments?
You making me pull a Ramon, bro. Anyway.
Why you gotta say your
Why you always gotta do fucking what? What comments?
What? No, I'm saying like, let's get back to never mind. I'm being random right
But
now.
okay.
I'm being Ramon right now.
Yeah, you shut the fuck up. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, for real though, man. Disney be scary to work for, man. Because I understand like they pushing their like creative limits on directors and writers, bro. And yeah, for like, because he said the directors quit.
Yeah,
they do the same shit in Marvel movies.
Yeah,
did the same shit.
Edgar Wright quit.
Yeah, like fucking.
It's because they don't let the vision plan out. It's because Disney's. Well, they poked a little fucking Mickey dick in there and they trying to Mickey everything up. It's like, let them.
Oh man, let's make some money off of it. Like, it's not a fucking Disney Channel show, bro.
That's why Deadpool, like, I'm kind of happy that they said they're gonna keep it rated R, but I feel like they're just still gonna be like
they're gonna throw shit in there. There's gonna be like a.
So enjoy this last Deadpool.
Yeah, this last Deadpool's gonna be.
But yeah, this movie's been in development hell too.
Yeah, bro. Well, thank you very much for coming to the dojo. This
Thank
has been
you.
Real Ninja Hours.
Ruby Warren said he's the biggest fan of the Real Ninja Hours, the character development in this podcast, and these podcasts are great.
Thank you, Stokes. Appreciate it. Yeah,
Santos. Man. No, I'm kidding. Wrong for your money.
No,
He said, did he say I'm being Ramon? Third person using son of a bitch. Did you say I'm being Ramon?
He did say he was being Ramon.
Fucking
wow, man. That's funny, man.
Hey, Ramon, we'll get your Modelos. That's not that's somebody that doesn't even know us to know you already.
Damn.
Hey, that was a really good shoot, though.
Yeah.
She got you.
Damn,
all right, let's go.
She didn't.
She got you. But yeah, man, thank you very much for coming to the
Especially
show.
for being 2 hours and 37 minutes. It's almost as long as the jet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Almost as long as the fucking.
But I feel like we were a lot more entertaining than that movie. Please, if you want to go see, if you want to go see this movie, please just keep your expectations low and just accept whatever you're watching. You're gonna see a lot of nice visuals, but at the end of the day, as a Star Wars fan, both
as a movie fan
and a movie fan, I can't say I
thank
like
you,
this
Torreston, for following, by the way.
Oh,
Sorry to interrupt you. But yeah, as a movie fan, as a Star Wars fan, this movie isn't good.
This movie's just not good.
I went in not expecting much. I like to be blown away. I like to go in there.
I like to be open-minded too, bro.
So if it's different, it's different. If it's the same, it's the same. As long as it's executed right. But
that was not the case. And you know, you can, as a viewer, y'all can go watch the movies. You know, give us your opinion on it. You know, you can follow us on Instagram and all our personal accounts are on there. I love you guys to just slide in my DMs. We could talk about that mess. I don't.
Yeah, if you guys want to send us questions, go ahead and send us questions.
You can email it to us.
If you guys want a topic for us to talk about, go ahead. Make sure to always share your comments.
Do that too. Absolutely.
We never stray away from anything. We talk about anything and everyone and whatever.
Exactly. So Merry Christmas to you.
Happy
Hanukkah,
hey.
or whatever. Or I was just about to go through the list, man. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. You know, don't summon Krampus or whatever. You know, happy holidays to you and your family. You know, I hope you guys get fat over the winter and get some good food in you. Get some good food in you, because I know I'm about to go ahead and do that. So,
watch him go live on Instagram.
Yeah, donations are greatly appreciated. Like you already said everything there. Links down below. If you want to watch our videos, they get archived on YouTube.
Exactly. And
if you're watching on YouTube, they're archived. And we're gonna be posting more stuff. We're gonna be posting skits.
Exactly. We have a lot of things planned for this channel. Skits, vlogs,
reviews. Expect
little mini adventures.
We're also gonna be streaming on Tuesdays.
Exactly.
We're gonna be streaming games though. No podcasts, just games. Us playing games. If you like our personalities and don't like Ramon, you're in for a treat. It's a joke, bro.
I'm the odd character, but I make it worth it, bro. So.
We're all some odd characters, brother. It's all good, job. I really enjoyed this talk, man. This was something of therapeutic for me.
Well,
bro.
for me too. I wanted to lash out even more, but then you guys kind of calmed me down and kind of were like, "Hey,
relax."
Hey,
no, I could definitely see. I think Chikn needed this more than I did. I had like days to recover.
Yeah, dude, Chikn was
this is
raging
fresh
out,
for you,
bro.
Even this is fucking
the day of, like when I was doing Uber, I was like,
the day of, we finished watching the movie and I came back and I was sleepy. Then I got home and I was like, I just kept thinking about the movie and it just got me more and more mad. And I legit wrote a fucking paragraph of things I hate about the
man. That's a solid review right
this
there.
Is not a fucking. Actually, it is.
It is.
This is my solid. This is my
solid review. I would go online and post that shit, man. You probably get a lot of people that like
this movie is like getting blue balls and never coming, so they're blue forever. So much build up just to do nothing. References just to get the whoa moment out of fans, and then it's just everything else. But that's what it is. It's just imagine a girl giving you a handy or whatever, and then just
stop.
The whole time it's just
she just stops and just walks out. And she's like, thanks for the food.
This movie's like Chikn breaking up with his first love. Not even. At least there, I liked her, and then, you know. Well, I mean, I like Star Wars. Whatever it is. So what?
Excellent attack. Attack his heart. We'll destroy the Sith.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, he does that. That's what he majored in, journalism, and he has his own thing, so it's up to you.
Who does journalism?
Yeah, I saw Kenneth Barry at the barbershop earlier.
You saw Barry?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
That's how he knows about the podcast.
Yeah, because I told him about it.
You told him about it, but he didn't know we started it. And I told him, I saw him at the barbershop.
Oh, I could have sworn I told him that on the Instagram message.
Nah.
Alright, guys, we're going into a different conversation now.
I know.
With that being said, thank you guys for watching.
Peace.
Oh my god, my God. Well, there goes our ending. We gotta fucking repeat. There's always technical difficulties in the show. Whatever, with that being said, thank you guys for watching.
Comment, subscribe.
Long live the Empire.